Hello, everybody. We are live with City States of Klovisa, the fucking God War. Welcome, Raid Team. You're all here together, except for one person whose name's Shen, who is still trapped in Nepal. Rest in peace, Shen, wherever you are. I hope you're doing okay, man. One day he'll come back. The door is always open, Shen.
We'll have a healer again.
Until then...
What's that?
Incentive, we're out of the tutorial now.
True. How are we all doing today? In no specific order, but why don't we start with Igor, also known as Kevin K18, nefarious spy and agent of America.
Your name is Kevin now. Commit to the bit.
Okay, Kevin here. How's it going, guys?
Yeah.
I'm doing good. Doing a good job.
It's good to hear it, Kevin.
Know, been stuck in Nepal on a secret mission to find Shen.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Didn't work.
Way to blow his cover.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well,
Shake
you know, he's back. That's what matters. How you doing, Eric? Who plays Nathaniel Sadiv, whose name we don't have? on stream.
I know, right? The dumbass with no nameplate because he's an asshole.
True.
Yeah, I'm doing good. I was just in 8 hours of training, and they're always like, "Oh yeah, you'll have plenty of time to go do the workshop, and then you'll have plenty of time to take a break." And it's like that is not fucking true in the slightest.
Never.
So I got some food here. I'm doing good. The brain's fried. It's awesome.
Same here. Chad, who's being played by Rumble Roar, how are you?
Doing good, John. This is a weird week as a teacher of high school students. The week before Christmas break, no one wants to do a goddamn thing, John. So I'm ready to problem solve through whatever bullshit you're going to throw at us.
I don't want to do any work either. That's why every session's downtime this week. Come on.
You know what? I'm fine with that. We can problem solve some downtime.
Hell yeah, let's yell at each other. Ebor Lador being played by KJ. Guys, we're moving on. Ebor Lador being played by KJC. How's it going in Euroland?
Very bad. We're in Plan B, which means we're basically in a lockdown again. But
oh, fuck.
No.
Damn.
We can cope. We're not very good at it.
Wait, a lockdown more than Brexit? Because Brexit's like your own self-imposed lockdown, right?
Sort of, yeah. But COVID as well, so 2 lockdowns.
Can I ask you to move your mic just a little bit close? Oh my fucking god, what is that?
Oh, 3PO!
3PO.
Oh. Okay. Nice.
And then, because, well, technically it's a minute till midnight, but we will open the door early.
Oh, Happy New Year.
Number 14.
Number fucking 13. Or 14.
14.
Because it's tomorrow. Neat.
Well, technically I still got a minute, but...
Oh shit.
We have a few more minutes.
What is it?
It is...
Suspense intensifies.
I'm not sure. Is it...
Is it from The Office? Is that
Yeah.
Ben? Oh no, Ben Wyatt's Parks and
What
Rec.
the fuck
Is it Archer?
I think that's another
Is
one.
it Cyril Figgis?
Is it the annoying intern?
Alright, we're moving on. This bit sucks. Lei Stung, who is being played by CK. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Got some allergies because of a bastard cat.
Oof.
But other than that, I'm doing fine. Great. I'm ready
That's-
for the session. John, how are you?
Guys, I had one of the worst days at work today, but it was all worth it to get here and play Dungeons & Dragons with some friends of mine who I made on the internet all across the world.
That's wholesome.
That was really sweet. Thanks, bud.
Glad
No
to be here
problem.
with you.
But
So
more
you're turning on the
importantly,
stream and gonna go do that, John? It sounds
yeah,
like-
So
I'll be seeing you guys next week at 6 p.m. CST. We were just dropping in for a minute. Igor, also known as Devin, not Kevin, you owe us a recap, sir.
Yes. I actually watched the VOD this time.
Oh,
so
shit.
I know what I'm talking about. I know.
Oh, no.
I didn't watch it when I had 2 weeks off, but when I had 1 week, I did watch it. You know, that's just my style.
It's the only thing you could find in Nepal that was worth watching. There we go.
True. Exactly. Okay. Where did the session start last time? I watched this
Normal
like
City
2
got
days ago.
bombed, I think.
What?
What? No,
What
we
the
were in the
fuck?
dungeon still. And Chad was like, "Oh, I'm gonna learn my real name," but then he got debated, and John was like, "Ha, never mind. Here's more questions." And we got access to a really cool spell called Afterthought, which we had to build a shrine to, and to be able to use it. Then we kept through the dungeon, speedrunning, whatever. Found like this, got to the second floor, found like this secret passage or whatever, and went down it. Found out how they get all the mithril. But instead of just taking infinite mithril, we clogged it for some reason with dirt. Then we kept going, and we got to the boss fight room. And there was like this lady stuck in water that I'm assuming is the lady we wanted Bulgeable to save, that we came here for. So Bulgeable, of course, ran past the boss, completely ignored it, and started breaking glass. And the rest of us fought the boss. We were about to die, but then pulled through as always, raid team fashion. And then as soon as I was about to get away, Igor stood up after being down and took the final kill and stole the kill with a glorious smite combo from John, which was awesome. And there we are now.
There we are. Now, a quick aside. And this is for me. It's getting too chummy in here. I want to sow some division real quick. Devin, who did you think was MVP during the boss fight?
Huh.
Because there is a right answer to this.
Definitely Ebor. That slow, just slowing after and getting his legendary action away, and then actually getting the slow off was definitely very good, I think.
I think so. Nathaniel? You disagree?
I'm angry.
No,
it's fine.
Chad, to be fair, you broke glass.
You didn't think it was like Stung who locked down the monster so he couldn't eat your wizard?
Oh no.
I was the decoy wizard.
I unlocked
True.
Bogeable as an extra action on our turn, thus improving our action economy for a few rounds.
There we go. There's the division. Fuck
There we
you.
go. Mathematically, you're wrong now, Devin. Well then,
Damn.
I like that recap. It was short, sweet, to the point, and hit all the I keys. And
Should've
with
just said
that,
Ebor.
true. That's a real right.
Totally
It is
Ebor.
the 18th of June, and if you pay attention to the calendar, in the meta-narrative that is our 3-session campaign, you know what happens this day. But right now, the raid team is hanging out, living life in the fast lane, trapped in the bottom of the City of the Pumpkins? Dungeon of the
The
Pumpkins?
casino. Yeah.
We set our scene back in that weird ritual room, somewhere deep beneath the mountains. Bogeable looks at the massive, just eruption of viscera that Igor just creates by stabbing downwards into a well. The glass pod just is blown off its hinges and shatters from the aftershock. None of you get to truly witness the carnage in which he has wrought. And then Bogeable turns around to the half-dazed, recovering female in the back of the room, who is sitting in glass.
As this is all occurring simultaneously, the big of the crit smite nonsense, Chad's just gonna let out a big yes for Igor. Because he has never seen something so awesome, coming back to life and smiting the shit out of something. Nice job, buddy! I thought you died!
Igor's gonna like get on his knees and like put his hands out, bathing in the blood. He's like, yeah. He's like, and then he sheds a single tear and he says, "If only Bam Bam could see this."
Bam Bam pops
never
out
makes
of
it
your
to the
shadow, having completely forgotten that he was still summoned that entire time.
Bam Bam, you didn't die? Wait, what?
John forgot to bring him in, to be honest. I kind of forgot. We were speedrunning, and I'm like, do I really want to just kill Bam Bam
Bam's
again?
like, they're dead. I'm gonna move on to the next guy.
Bam Bam, are you proud? Are you finally proud of me?
There's a pause as you bathe and just start throwing fucking squid meat off you. You don't sense pride, but what you do sense is, what's it called? Fulfillment. You have done what you needed to do at last. Now keep going.
I will, Bam Bam. I will.
And Bam Bam sinks back into the floor. Like a fucking demonic entity. Lei Stung, you're pretty hurt, right?
Yeah, I got some hands from Bogeable, I think, and I'm up to 11.
No, that was from the greater healing potion from me.
Oh, that was from, yes, because I was downed after the squid decided to dip out.
Nathaniel,
I'll wake
Ebor,
up.
Really healthy.
Wizards.
I go to Ebor and I ask him, should we collect the blood of this creature? It seems very powerful.
I was just about to say that. I'm like gonna
take
grab
something, take a little something with you.
Yeah. I don't think it'll hurt. I don't know how useful it'll be, but we can try.
Listen, if it's not useful, I'm eating it. I'm gonna take some little tentacles and I'm frying this shit up. This is what I deserve.
Chad's stomach turns a little bit this conversation.
I pour out one of my water skins and then I fill it with blood from the monster. Just squeeze it out.
The empty jar I have will now be filled with
Do
squid
squids
bits.
bleed that much? I'm allergic
This thing
to
was
seafood.
monstrous. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
To the internet.
Every time I look at like a squid, they're always like super pale because like their corpses have been washed up in the ocean. You know what I mean?
Do squids have blood? Yes,
They do.
Blood.
They
It is
have
blue because it contains a copper-containing compound called hemocyanin.
Yeah, you get some of this weird blue ichor. It's not enough to fill your water skin. Or more likely... No. Do you even have a water skin? Don't you have a dibs?
I have 2 water skins.
You just have 2 regular water... What a chat. You can do this. You fill it up with some of that grody blue ichor.
I'm just gonna take squid bits, just like little chunkies.
Yeah.
Make calamari out this later.
Somewhat disgusting. Ebor, any thoughts?
Well, I was going to say there is the pool of water that we could explore potentially, but
I could bring us back to the map if you guys
it was
want.
like
Let's
the
get a
thing
quick
that's gonna
refresher on what's happened here. So you see this, like, big-ass ritual site. You see these glass domes with, like, burned embers on weird ritual symbols. You see the big 4, like, monoliths. You see this, like, weird water tank, which is just, like, spilling out into the floor. Like, it has mixed with the blood by now, giving this, like, weird, gross, kind of glimmering effect on the tile. There's a bunch of dead squids right here. There are 2, like, water barrels right next to it. Like, one's a bucket that's kind of bloody. The other is just, like, gross. And then there are 2, like, big, like, pools of red blood beneath these glass domes. This is some very weird shit, guys.
Chad starts looking around and says, "Guys, I don't know about you, but I think it's time we find that stupid ladder."
Fair enough.
Amen.
I agree.
Bojible
Wait, hold on a
concurs.
second.
Wait.
What are the goals
Bulge-
from?
Wait a minute. Bulgeable. Is this the lady?
You watch as Bojible finishes some kind of, like, muttered conversation with the woman now wrapped in a cloak, who he picks up. Just full-on just princess carrying out of this dungeon. And he's like, "Captain, this is Suki." And the person gives a weird little wave to the 5 strangers in front of her.
Nice to meet you, Suki.
Nice. What?
What happened here? How do you end up here?
Let's save that for when we leave. She
Yeah,
doesn't look like
Yeah,
she's
let's
together.
leave.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Wait, before we leave, these glass things, I'm gonna break them both.
Okay.
I just want to break all this shit. I'm like upset now.
You have a
hate being
magical
down.
morning star. You can do this with ease.
Fuck this place. I hate this
You
place.
slam the glass. As soon as you pierce these red ones, the ones with all the blood in it, just red blood just shoots out, spills everywhere, mixing with this weird liquid substance. These ones, you break the glass, but nothing seemingly happens.
And there's like little ash things in there.
Yes, there is like burned incense and like black ash that has been kept.
Yeah,
Somehow
I'm
it's
just gonna
still
go on a
alight.
fucking blood-covered tirade and start smashing everything.
Okay, you rage.
I
You
will
remember to
pop-
pick
I
up
will
your
pop rage for this.
spear?
On God, I will.
Do you pick up the spear?
The spear's on the ground. I'll pick it up on the way out.
Okay, cool. Don't forget it this time.
I inspect the. I also pull Ebor aside. Do you know what these golems are for? Like, why are they like tied up on these pillars? Like, it's kind of weird.
Golems?
Yes, maybe they're like.
Didn't you say golems are tied up on these pillars on each side, on each corner?
No.
What are these like pillar thingies?
They're ornamental, weird symbols in metal. Well, these two are orbs specifically. One gold, one iron. This one down here is like some weird hearth that is just like billowing out this red and orange flame. This one is a stone tome that seems to just be ingrained into the big old pillar beneath it with this iron ring around it. Kind of weird.
Smashed.
You're just gonna break them?
Destroyed. Obliterated. I take a bite. Blown.
These squids are rotten. Please make a constitution check.
Easy.
He's going off.
Yeah. He's entering Ultra Instinct. As soon as we... Where's the
Is
check?
it saving throw?
Yeah.
Okay.
You are poisoned.
Blood.
Uh-oh.
You
I'll
have
notice that
disadvantage on all checks and all attack rolls and skill checks? I don't know.
Does he not get advantage on anything because he's raging, or is that the wrong kind of check?
It is strength checks.
Strength
not
checks.
con. Yeah,
I don't play those much.
that's fine. Yeah, you just watch him take like a big fucking chunk out of the head of a squid and just just start retching up. His puke and bile just being melded with this liquid on the floor.
Did we
Bojible heads out of the room. Easily.
So, did we ever see what these things are?
Yeah, I've
He
just described them.
Oh, I'm out of it.
They're
I'm
broken
leaving.
now. So.
Devin, wake up.
Igor's leaving. He's done.
Okay.
He's having a fever dream.
After watching Lei Stung rage just destroy the room, puke up all over the place, Chad, in silence, is be like, "Oh, okie doke, and we're done here." And that's the last Chad saw of this room.
Bye-bye.
Ebor and Nathaniel.
I'll head towards the door with everyone else.
Okay.
It's like,
Whatever weird magical shit is not worthy of investigating here. And you all leave.
Seems weird.
You head out. John has to check his map. You turn around. You go back up that weird staircase, and you kind of just keep going up for a little while. Until eventually you come to what appears to be like a private quarters? Some like small bedroom that has like a single twin-sized mattress, a weird table, and a chest in the corner. Beyond this, beyond the bed, a little bit down, is a door, which is cracked open.
Chad would immediately check under the mattress.
I would check the chest.
Okay, underneath the mattress, it's like an elevated bed, so like you have to like lift up this panel, and then you see a glaive, Chad, just laying on the ground there.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Bojible.
Yeah.
But
Hey, Bo, I found a glaive for you, bud.
Bojible soy dives with no. It's like, can you pick it up? My hands are full.
Yeah, I got you. Is it just a regular Glaverino?
It is a full metal pole, and then like this wicked, almost Flamberge style blade.
Chad would inspect that and be like, ooh.
Yeah. You watch as Suki's eyes like go wide, at a weapon she seems familiar with, but she does not speak.
Can our magical people do magical things to see if this is magical?
The chest has quite a few things in it.
I can, but it would take 10 minutes.
Let's get out of here first.
The chest has A lot of gold in it, scattered with platinums, a weird little ceramic jar, and a chunk of rock that has a weird symbol.
I will take it all.
Okay. Can you
Can I
and
give-
someone else needs to... This chest is heavy. And you're already...
Before I come with the chest, is there like a towel and some like mints in this room?
There's bed sheets and like a blanket.
Do we have prestidigitation?
I'm gonna wipe myself off and then help with the chest.
Okay.
Can I be a bit of a pain? In the previous room, can I quickly pull out Joy and run around and see if anything catches our attention that's worth investigating in that room? Just because we're probably not going to come back, so just a quick... Does anything stand out as something worth taking or looking at quickly?
After... I guess... Either
whips his
Joy was
out,
like
John.
out of energy for a little bit and couldn't tell you to stop Lei Stung from damaging all of the rather expensive and powerful spell components. Also known as John forgot and was having some fun, I guess. But yeah, Joy states that like, oh, that blood could have been, oh, we should have inspected it. This liquid, what is this? I mean, it's just now, like, fouled up with all kinds of bullshit.
It's on a bed sheet now.
There was a chance to, like, inspect the runes that were covered in, like, ash and embers, but it's just some weird transmutation circle that Joy is unfamiliar with. There's not actually much of anything of this room. And then you, like, chased after your friends.
Let the barbarian do the investigation, maybe.
Probably not.
Probably.
Okay, chest in hand. You guys can start heading up. Or through the door, up and up and up a staircase, which is just like a, almost like a Terraria level staircase, where it's just like going in one direction and just heads further and further upwards. Is there anything you guys say or talk about in this brief moment of just travel?
Guys, with all this magical bullshit, don't you think they could at least, like, make these stairs move or something? We've been walking forever.
For real.
Yeah.
I thought you get that like one cloak or whatever. I guess we don't get till what, level 3?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
We
could've
took the
done
fast track down.
Yeah.
So, Mulgible, how's your lady friend? She still awake or she went back to sleep?
Bogible tells you that she is conscious, but her ability to speak is currently kind of fucked up. Whatever liquid she had been soaked in and interred within has messed with her vocal cords a little bit.
Chad would say, can she write?
Later.
Someone
Can
has
we
something to
leave?
write with?
We need to go, guys.
Maybe we can...
Yeah, we should keep going.
Bogible continues to just go up the staircase. Whoever leads can lead. But there are no traps in this, like, weird, just linear ascension, path to ascension. And as you get to the top, you assume, there is this big handle at, like, the bottom of a stone wall. It's almost like a jungle gym level bar. And Bogible, if he's leading, will ask someone to push it or pull it or...
Chad would turn to Nathaniel since Lei Stung and Igor have the chest. And Ibor's tiny and be like, hey, you want to help these guys out? See if we can move this thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Is this a push or a pull door, John?
It is a pull door. No, wait.
Pull.
It's a push door, my bad. I'm a liar. You push...
It's a sliding door.
All right, it's a push door. It's a push door. All right, ready? 1,
Another door
2.
stops us in our tracks.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You push it
Couldn't read the
forward.
sign anyway.
You push it forward, You have to, like, crouch down, almost squat down to, like, start the push. And then, like, once you're both moving and, like, getting it open, you realize you're staring out at the big-ass fucking platform. You're on top of the dungeon. This is a shortcut out or in. You see, like, the
Neat.
big great gates, the ladder, as it were, currently having markings of all the teams that are descending. You see, like, the letters switching every now and again. But everyone can move out if they so chose.
Oh, I just gotta send the ladder, guys. On the ladder.
Nice.
It's a metaphor.
Finally.
Like clocks.
And time. You'll get him
So-
next time, buddy, as I slap you on the back.
Are we at the top of the leaderboard?
You guys have not exited the stairwell yet.
Oh.
Would you like to?
Oh.
Are you done here?
Is there anything else up on this rooftop? Balcony? Wherever we are?
Yeah, you're at the big plaza / plateau before the great dungeon entrance. You're
Well,
like
let me rephrase
literally
this. Chad
walking
has-
out of a mountainside, basically.
Chad has boots of spider climb equipped. What can Chad get? What shenanigans are up here? Chad would explore a little bit before we go down, or at least scout to be like, "Hey guys, let me find a safe way down for y'all." Is there like a path or anything?
Yeah, you've been here before. The staircase leads down to the town.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, we're at the staircase that is on the side of the mountain that goes to the dungeon.
just
Oh,
visualize.
who'd we just lose?
CK.
CK, you son of a bitch. My Discord just shit itself. Great.
Nice.
Very nice. We'll be right back, guys. Sorry about that, guys. Discord happens. You are on the top of the, mountain, more or less. Everybody, I assume, begins to leave, and Bojible, instead of going to look at where he is on the leaderboard, immediately begins to descend the mountain. He
Wait,
no
Bojible,
longer cares
Please.
about this at all.
Huh?
Hey, yeah, guys, I'll be in town. See ya.
Wait, Vulgible, come on. Just
What?
stay with us just to be safe.
Chad puts his arm out and stops you. I'm like, give him a minute with his lady friend. that he
There's no
hasn't seen
pumpkin
it.
on pumpkin violence out here, so he's probably safe to descend.
Yeah.
All right. Fine.
And
We
he
need to
will
see where we are, but
I'm just worried about it.
I'm
Does
marking
Igor
X.
go with Bojible then?
No, I definitely want to see where we are on the leaderboard. It's much more important.
Sure.
Can I mark
do
an
you
X
all?
on the secret door?
I'm sorry.
Can I mark an X on the secret door that we just came out of?
Just
with my
tell
maul?
everyone where it
Scratch
is.
Do you have a
just wanna
writing
thought I
tool?
wrote it. I just wanted to scratch it with my maul, like key it.
With your Morning Star?
Yeah.
All right, you take a chunk of rock out.
All
Just,
right.
You scratch into the sheer stone.
I would shear stone.
Yeah. It's the
That wasn't a good
cliffside.
idea. Nathaniel, can you make a sign here saying secret?
I think the scratch on the wall is probably fine. It will blend in or whatever. We
No,
know it's here, but I don't know if
people
we'll be
need to know
coming
about
back.
this. Fuck this place. I'm actually so upset.
All right, so I take it. I instruct his Morning Star to you do a door and you're like, okay, and you swoop. You get a circle and a circle and an R.
Okay.
Door is
Igor,
scratched in on
Chad,
the door.
Ebor, do you go and look at the door so that you can see where you are on the ladder?
Yeah. I was going to look for the name. Our name.
Okay.
Raid team.
Close to the very bottom is where your group stands.
We made it. We're on the board.
You are on the board.
Yeah.
At the very bottom. The Pumpkin King is still in first. People whose team names you don't recognize are right below his. And then, like, before, or right after Team Shitstain, there you are. The raid team. And then it just says, like, error right next to it.
What if we cross out the pumpkin guy and just put our name there? And then we number 1.
As Igor begins to scale the 30-foot tall door. And just fucking...
Pull him back. Pull him back. Maybe we don't do
Chad
that.
has spider climbing boots. He could climb up. And if I tell him the
Maybe we
shapes,
go back to
he
town.
can write.
Alright, I need to assuage you guys. I need you to stop calling it boots. My autism is kicking in. They're fucking slippers, guys. Come on.
This
He's been going around in his fucking PJs this entire time and calling them boots. I hate it. I can't stand it anymore.
See,
Aren't slippers
they're
just
the
a kind of
general's
boots?
boots and the slippers of Spider Climb. I've been calling them the right thing.
No.
Yeah, but every other person here can't handle
Yeah.
what a slipper or a boot is.
Uh-huh.
I encourage my team to go back down the mountainside before we run out of daylight so that we can go talk with shop vendors and get our shopping on.
Are we
As
doing
you-
some shopping?
Is there people we're
Yeah.
passing? I'm going to tell them about the secret doors we're passing.
Okay. You're like, hey guys, I just marked a door. You know, you can go to the very bottom. Is that what you're...
Actually, I'll lead you there. Just follow me. Fuck this place. You guys can go to town. I have a mission now.
Alright, Lei Stung is
Alright.
going full salesman
He holds the
mode.
door open. Right here.
It's a pull door, so you gotta be careful when your inside's a push door.
Yeah. Lei Stung, you go to try to, like, pull open the door. You find the marking you made on, like, the stone surface, and you're just, like, trying to get any sort of angle or purchase on this, like, sheer surface, and you're like, it's a pull door, guys, I swear!
There's like 3 noobs with me.
Yeah, they're just like, wait, are you being for real? This
I
seems
thought
like
I was.
this is a big waste of time. Is this a joke? Is this some pumpkin joke?
Nah, you got pumpkin. You
Oh.
figured it out.
He pumpkined us, guys!
It's a joke we play on new guys. Haha, see
Got
ya.
him
Have a good
bored.
one. Good luck.
Yeah, the 3 of them just, like, wave goodbye. And just like, what a prankster, what a cool pumpkin. Yeah. Alright, you guys go back into town. Let's do some shopping. What are you guys looking for? Who are you looking for?
I'd like
let's
a
go
map.
shopping
Oh.
first.
Can we do
Yeah,
a
that's-
quick inventory check to make sure we have the things in the right spot so we know who we're giving to what?
Yeah, we need to spread out some of that weight. Because
number
your backpack
one-
is going to burst, and I'm gonna laugh, Igor.
There's a cloak to my boy CK because he doesn't have anything.
Okay.
Number
I'm
2,
getting
there's
rid
a
of the cloak
ring to
on my team.
Igor.
I'm
Ring
getting
of
rid of that
protection.
ring.
Number 3, another ring of protection to my boy Chad. Doing it up. Number 4, however many my fingers are going. It's not working. Brain's fried. +1 started letter to this guy. +1 plate to Igor. Our second set of +1 plate. Who knows? Maybe there's someone from another team that really, has something to trade for it, or we'll give it to him, or
We have 2 more sets of +1 plate, and we also have 1 set of half plate +1. So I'm getting rid of the ring of protections and the cloak of protection off my sheet. So make sure you guys mark it down.
I
I
think
have
you
the
only
ring.
have 1 extra +1 plate.
I thought we only had 1 extra, and we had 1 half plate because we got 2 sets.
Oh, no,
of
I have
+1 plate,
2.
and you're
I have-
wearing 1.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have 2 sets of +1 plate. I'm wearing 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay.
We have the Tome of Afterthought, which is on my sheet.
Mhm.
I have the Amulet of Drunk Healing that we bought previously before we went in. I don't know what other stuff we have. I have 15 gems in a box. I believe we have like 50 pounds of mithril, like, from
it's
our
25.
nonsense?
25.
Chad has all the mithril.
Igor has all the mithril.
I have all the
This
mithril.
Igor's the
You-
pack mule.
Oh, okay.
I handed it over to him when he was here.
I
when I
believe you.
had both character sheets.
That was when I was here.
Something.
Okay.
Yeah, Devin, you volunteered to be the, like, bookkeeper.
I have a +1 spear, and can we identify that? Never mind. We'll identify the glaive
Glaive?
later.
The glaive and the box of stuff.
Okay.
Glaive. There was the pot, the little ceramic pot. I'm assuming there's some sort of goop inside.
Yeah, it looks like the same healing goop that you've used before. Long
Ooh,
time
guys.
ago.
Oh, nice.
Guys, this is the good goop. Wait, how did they get this goop? Chad,
You think it would
on
heal
your-
this on my neck?
Chad
From a
inspect.
spider?
How much of the
neck.
goop do we have?
Small
A
strength?
jar.
Approximately how many uses?
I think it comes with 5 uses. I need to look it up to
Yeah,
remind myself.
We're keeping that shit.
Okay. I have goop 5 uses on my sheet.
I'll look it up later. It's not important right now.
Also, should we sell the half plate +1 and the other plate +1 here, so that way we can have more mithril to spend on ourselves?
No. We should
Nah,
take
we-
it back with us.
Let's just use the
Alright.
mithril on us, and we'll send the rest of the stuff back for the other teams. This is good shit, guys. We can't get rid of everything.
All right, Chad looks at my
What's going
neck.
on?
What does he see, John? It's
Yeah,
been just itching at it.
It's been a week. There is this weird, maybe like 7-inch by 3 or 4-inch spider-like tattoo that has just been festering and growing. It's like black. It's somewhat dripping, like weird black blood mixed
Ichor?
with this weird ichor. Yeah. Guys, he
John,
got
as-
branded by a spider.
I was about to say, as 3/5 of the team has currently had some form of curse tattoo, this is looking pretty similar.
Give me an Arcana check.
Oh, Chad definitely knows about Arcana.
Can I make an Arcana?
Yeah,
check?
it looks a little similar. There's something about it that just screams like, oh yeah, this is some eldritch bullshit.
From behind his back, Chad would like emphatically be pointing and looking at Igor and Leishtung and being like, "You guys gotta see this," and then just pat Nate on the back and be like, "Yeah, it's looking a little gross. You'll clean up, real fine."
We call this the
Definitely.
raid team.
I don't need to
classic.
like see anyone in town hear about it. I mean,
Yeah,
pretty
we
bad.
know.
Nah, on the
We should
raid team
talk
we call
to-
this a Tuesday. Don't
We
worry
should
about it.
talk to Ozark about this probably and not think about it too hard. And also, if you start shooting webs or something, can you let us know?
Also, if you
Yeah.
die within 7 days, we know what it was.
Been more than 7 days.
Maybe we can use some of the mithril to find something that stops curses.
Can we put the
True.
mithril in the spider bite to help stop?
Alright, we're aiming a little close to the sun
Too
right
hard.
now.
Too hard. Pull it back.
You guys descend the mountain. Into the pumpkin town you go, who are currently setting up for their nightly fair, which they always set up. Because every time people come down the mountain, it's a reason to celebrate. Few merchants are truly. Some people are setting up stalls, but it's just like no items are on display yet. It's rather early in the day. You guys, it's maybe like 12, like noon exactly, or like 1 p.m., somewhere in that hour.
While we wait for their stalls to shut up, let's identify all these magic items.
Alternatively, there are storefronts. They're not good storefronts because it's just there's not a lot of infrastructure here in the city. But there are like huts that are like, oh yeah, Dan's wacky items and stuff like that.
Can we go check out Dave? Merchant
Yeah,
Dave?
You know,
Dave
Merchant
is his
Dave.
name.
Our boy.
Dave
He
the
had a
Merchant Man?
special store that we went and checked out last time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The weird little hut. Is it
Yeah.
open? If we
Is
go
that
through
what
it,
you guys want to do?
Chad would suggest that.
I like Dave.
We like Dave.
Okay, we'll identify stuff later. You go to Dave. Is Dave in? Dave is in. He is currently cleaning up still. He must have had a very late morning. But, you know, there's just like broken glass that he's just like sweeping up into like the side of his hut, where you can see like a bigger collective just broken bottles, other random shit that sometimes just gets left aside. He's like, these damned litter bugs, we need to get some recyclers here. Oh. Ray team, wasn't it?
Dave.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, what's up?
Boy.
What's going on, fellas?
You got any cool shit?
We got more mithril to turn.
Oh, I haven't even started setting up. What are you guys looking for? You guys like well, you didn't rob me, but you bought my goggles of night last time.
This came in handy, thank you.
You're welcome.
What cool shit do you have?
I haven't set up yet.
Do you want
Any weapons in there, Dave? Do you have like a magical bow?
Probably not. Bows are super fucking rare. There's like a 1 in 40 chance of getting one.
You have any anti-venom for spider bites?
Spiders.
But super magical spiders.
Normal spider.
You guys fought a spider in the dungeon? What the fuck?
Unrelated incident.
Unrelated.
Yeah.
Oh, why don't you go to Maggie's Cure-All? She's got all of your poisons, toxins.
If he like points to the like,
Yeah.
points to this place, I bolt.
Yeah,
like-
just start running. Make a fort! On the fourth fort, make a left! You just
Did
start
Nathaniel
fucking
have
running.
any money on him?
Yeah,
Okay.
oh, you did? Okay.
I had the bar of mithril when we first got here. I like have all kinds of things on me.
Alright.
Nathaniel starts sprinting, and I don't think anyone has the movement speed to catch him except Chad.
Shopping
I mean-
is involved. Nathaniel's on
Okay.
his own.
Yeah.
Cool.
While we're waiting for Dave to set up, maybe we should identify these magic items, see what we already have so we don't buy the same thing.
Oh, it's a good idea. We don't wanna.
I mean, we could just not buy another glaive.
Yeah, but what if this glaive is like actually a healing wand or I don't know, something crazy. I don't know.
I mean, we found it under a bed. It's got to be something funny.
It's
Right.
a healing one for like a troll, because they'd have to be a creature.
Exactly.
The troll
Who
dagger.
knows?
I don't know how heavy this thing is, but Chad would just like offload it to Ebor. Here you go, bud. What do we got?
Also, the weird rock or whatever inside the chest.
Oh shit, you
Yeah.
found a portable rune.
Oh,
Well,
snap.
what's that?
Wait, do you know what this is?
Yeah, of course. They're super
rock,
expensive. Yeah.
Oh,
You can find
what
them
are
at Rooney McRuneface. Well, back the way you came. He's in like the good part of town.
What a good name, says Chad.
Yeah, it's a moniker.
What's it do?
You can rub it or hammer it onto a, well, depends on what kind it is. If it's like a bow, you could like, or like a weapon enchantment, you could just slap it on. If it's like a sword, you like sharpen your sword with it. Or if it's your armor, you hammer it into, like a stamp it.
I tossed it to Ebor. Can you identify this too? So we know what it does.
Yeah. I'll start to richly cast Identify.
All right, you are going to be doing that for over an hour with all your shit. So well, probably less than an hour, but still. Let's do Nathaniel's stuff first. Nathaniel, you run like 600 feet down the street. You see a sign just sticking out of this like dirt hut that is walls dirt, rooftop marble, and you're like, that is structurally unsound. And you walk towards it because there's a sign that says Maggie's Cure-All just jutting out of the archway that is also made out of marble, but the walls are just dirt. Like, what the fuck? This is some Minecraft level like architecture here. And you walk to it where you can find an old grandma named Maggie sitting on a rocking chair, kind of ominously in the direct center of the hut.
Knock and like open the door a little bit. Hello, is
Oh,
anyone
it's
in here?
there's no door. You just see her
No
like,
door,
in the
just
middle of
archway.
the street. Yeah,
I
just
like
archway.
slide into view in the frame, and I see her. Are you Maggie?
I am. Yes.
Rumor has it that you can cure all, and I have gotten a spider bite recently that
Ooh.
could potentially use curing.
Let's have the
time?
look-see.
Walk in.
You walk in, and she too will begin to cast Identify. So, let's do Evor's Identify first. What did you want to look up? What's your first identification?
What was I given?
The glaive, the rune. I
Uh,
think that's all, right?
is that it?
Jar.
Jar, I guess. Was there anything else on the chest besides the rune and the gold?
No. Lots of money, though.
Okay.
We'll start with the glaive. That's the big thing.
The glaive is a glaive of wounding. And you immediately notice that the enchantment is kind of fucked. Like, something has been torn out of it. Which is a very weird thing. Like, normally, when you interact with a magical item and you go full Identify mode, you, like, start to see these arcane lines running to and fro, like, the entire weapon. So from, like, pommel to tip of a blade, you see the enchantment for a brief moment and can identify it. This one is missing, like, half of its enchantment. And only, like, the blade part, like the true, like, crisp dagger-like blade, and, like, half of the pole are enchanted. Which is weird. But other than that, it works as a weapon of wounding. It does damage. Like, it's a magical weapon that does additional, like, necrotic damage.
Like, used condition glaive that wounds people more. It's not in perfect condition. It's, like, missing some of the enchantment.
I think Bulge will want it. He seemed attached. For some reason.
Maybe that's why he's attached, because it's old and it's missing half of it.
Maybe.
We go back to Nathaniel real quick, and Maggie, this old woman, my boy, what's your name?
The name's Nathan.
Mr. Nathan. That spider bite, did it hurt?
Not really.
Does it hurt now?
Just itchy.
Really? I'm jabbing a dagger into the back of your neck, and you're like, what? You just see her just with a knife, and she's just, like, scraped off part of, like, this weird
Like
scabby
blood on it.
ichor. Yeah, you didn't feel a thing.
No, feels fine.
My good man, have you ever been cursed?
I mean, I had my father for my father, so yes.
I meant, like, magical curse, not metaphorical curse.
Oh, no.
Well, you're in for a wild ride, my man. I don't know what sort of foul sorcery this shit is, but I don't know, it's kind of like a beacon spell, kind of like a I can look at you whenever I want spell. Some weird curse of, like, spying and scrying. You got bit, spider bites hurt, and this don't hurt. It's not a real spider bite.
Well, that's exciting. Any cure for that? I hear you're the cure-all.
Yeah, I mean, well, curses are finicky at best and backfires at worst.
Here's the thing. Question. Could we use it to find out where that information is going to? Where they spy on me? Can we use this? I am a beacon now for them, but can we reverse engineer it so that I know where they are?
My man's that's sorcery and wizardry. I'm just a humble cleric.
All right. Thanks for your time. I appreciate that. Do you have any wares for sale? I look around the hut.
You see quite a few empty stalls right now. And she's, no, the adventurers are coming tonight to clear me out of all the healing potions I got. as well as the oils of fire resistance that I keep on hand from the people I like.
Do you have a potion of fly or levitation?
I'm a curer. If you want to go and transmute yourself, you're going to need to talk to Tark down the road.
All right.
Tark
Well,
the transmuter.
I believe Identify takes a pearl worth 50 GP, and your services and time are definitely worth something. And I hand her 2 rubies that are worth, I think they're worth 50 apiece.
Oh. Why, thank you, young man. You pay her. Well, yeah, you pay her.
Unless your services cost more, I'm happy to pay more.
No, it's fine.
Great, thank you. I go on to Terex.
Alright, you head to Terex. Mr. Ebor, the runestone is a rune of silent armor. What this runestone allows you to do is on any armor, you can, well, not on any armor. This would kind of do nothing on like light armors. But for heavy and certain mediums, it gets rid of that good old noisy tag that gives disadvantage to stealth checks.
Ooh,
Okay.
Yes.
put on my armor.
Sneaky Igor arc incoming.
Sneaky
yes.
eagle.
A
That'd be
fun
pretty cool.
fact about runestones in general, which your boy Dave will tell you all while he is busy, well, as Ebor is busy doing his wizard shit. It's like, you gotta make sure not to try to, like, put the runestone on something that's, like, already kind of, like, loaded with magic. So, like, +1 armors, you can definitely do. But, like, +1 armors of fire resistance, you don't want to do. You know what I mean? You gotta have that, like, base template of just magic armor. Otherwise, you can either destroy your armor, or more likely, the rune will just be wasted.
Good to know. Thanks, Dave.
Yeah. I saw this
yeah.
dumbass kid once, like, try to hammer 3 fucking, like, runestones into a single sword. Like, fucking blew up in his face. It was humorous, but man, he lost an eye because of it. John's going full southern, I guess, this session. Fuck it.
Oh, I know that kid. His name's Jace. He's trying to make this thing called Hex Tech, and it's nonsense. It'll never work.
Oh god.
That sounds some league shit to me. No, okay. Have you guys seen Arcane yet? He says.
Oh man, jump cut to Nathan.
Nathan, you go to Tarks. He is a potion seller, as well as a general transmuter. He greets you. He is a wizard. Hail!
Tark,
Yes.
I am Nathan. I come from Cholst, and I have come to you today to talk about curses and
okay. Yes.
and potentially buying your potions, of course.
Yes, potions.
I show him the like spider on the back of the neck. I've been told that this is a beacon of divination.
Wow.
Would there be any way for me to use this to know who is spying on me, or like when they are spying on me? I could know that they're spying on me. Some type of.
I'm a transmuter.
God damn it!
I sell
I've been sent to the wrong
potions
place.
as a trade. It is my merchant curse. I don't know what... I have access to
You know-
third level spells, my man. What do you
Do you know
want
anyone
from
in
me?
town who could potentially help me?
No, all the cool
Okay.
wizards aren't merchants.
I mean, you're a very cool wizard. Do you have
Thanks.
potions of fly?
Maybe. No. Why would you need a potion of fly in a dungeon?
So that you can get through it really quickly.
Just run fast. That's what
Fly
this one
fast.
guy apparently did, and now everyone's fucking looking for him to tell him to stop. He's fucking up the leaderboard.
Oh, I know that guy.
He's like, just a bunch of loot is being wasted. Oh, you know that guy? I will give you 15 bars of mithril to tell me his location.
Oh. I don't actually know his location right now. We parted ways at the top of the mountain, but he's in the city. Does that get me halfway there?
No.
That's fine.
It's
What other
unfortunate.
potions in here? Do you have potions of stone skin or potions of?
John will look at his consumables because John
Fire
never
breathing.
prepares this shit.
That's fine.
You guys want to spend your mithril, right?
Yes, sir.
I don't want to
Yes.
roleplay every single shop. So what the fuck do you guys want? Consumables or like permanent items?
I'd
Do they have any
don't-
like weapons that are better than +1s?
No,
All right. Well,
not within your price range. Those are like
I don't think
hundreds
Chad
of
needs
mithril.
anything. So
Yeah, I don't think Igor actually needs anything either.
I wouldn't mind studded leather, like +1, if they sell that sort of stuff, because I feel like they probably get a lot of that from the dungeon.
I rolled a natural 3 on my luck dice. That is a no-go, my mans.
I mean, some random consumables could be useful.
Yeah, anything that just looks cool.
Alright, I'll start rolling some consumables.
hang on. It's been a while since we've been in Tulsa. John, we get access to healing potions from
A
Meager's
limited
mom?
amount, yeah.
So do we want to stock up on a whole bunch to have for us? And then we can get more when we go home? And then be super stocked because we don't have a healer?
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah,
So do we just want to burn it all on healing potions? The chonky ones, if we can?
if they're gonna sell it to us, they're kind of waiting
Yeah.
for the other
Plus
people to
1
come
bow.
down.
They have Dust
I
of
hear it's not
Dryness.
available.
They have what?
Dust of Dryness, apparently?
The hell is dust of dryness?
It's going to make it so dry.
It destroys water.
Oh.
They have... Potion of Vitality? I don't know what that is.
Sounds good.
I think Vitality gives... I've seen that one before. Hang on.
That's
It's probably
I
expensive.
think it's temp HP. I think it's like aid, but potion form.
Removes exhaustion and cures disease or poison.
What the hell was I thinking of?
I don't know.
Huh.
That's
wait, am I still
alright.
food poisoned or? Because I could use that.
It's not worth the price.
Poison will
Okay.
wear off, yeah.
Well, yeah, I can just unpoison you with 5 of my lay on hands as well.
Uh,
Yeah. I only have 4 lay on hands right now, though. I have to wait till a long rest.
Gotta wait for that hand job.
Yeah.
Make me
Oh,
edge
I miss
for it.
Bran already.
girl.
Step Igor, help.
Oh god.
This bit has to end now.
I'm pulling
No.
back. I'm sorry. I'm memeing way too
Would you
hard.
say you're pulling out?
Aw.
Oh no.
Bran, it's like you're still here, bud. I hope you're watching. You're not. But you might.
I hope you're living your best life.
He is.
I hope
We
so.
know that.
They have a potion of mind reading and a potion of clairvoyance.
Both of those are cool.
Chad says, guys, I need that potion of mind reading. I have to grill Ozark when we get back. I'll tell you about it once I have
Spell
answers.
DC 13.
Yeah, Chad, there's no way
Oh.
that'll work. I'm sorry.
But what if I hit him first and stun him?
You get the spell effect clairvoyance. You create an invisible sensor. Da, 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 da.
I think the
That's the
clairvoyance one
potion.
would be really good.
I'm thinking that too.
How much is it?
It is of rare quality, which means it is in the upper bracket. But it is also a consumable, so it would be slightly cheaper. Probably like 50 mithril.
50?
Yeah.
Okay,
Is
we
there,
can't
like-
afford that.
Magical stuff like the dark vision goggles, because they're just cool little bits and bobs.
Yes, those are a common item here. And they are also kind of worth because the dungeon does get darker in the lower levels, and having a torch or lantern hand kind of sucks for parties who don't want that shit.
I could get one. I don't have dark vision.
I
Do you
will
have any
roll
kind of-
a luck die. See how in luck you are. You are in luck. There are a full 6 goggles of night you can buy for 5 mithril each.
Check.
Chad asks, do we want to see if they have any fun, like, backpacks or something? Because we've got a lot of crap.
You got any bags of holding?
It's a bag of holding.
John's saying no bags.
They never have existed in the world. I'm not.
Oh,
no one.
shit.
That is meta knowledge. Don't exist.
Okay. I'll get
Same as
night vision
dragons.
goggles.
Nope, dragons exist.
Yeah, we saw one.
Yeah,
Eat it.
they're real. I'm getting myself goggles of night vision.
Okay.
Because night vision goggles aren't achievement, are they? They're just.
Right.
I think they
They're
just
a thing.
exist.
We want to. Chad suggests, do we want to grab a couple more of these for the other teams since there's so many here and we're just looking to burn shit?
I also wouldn't mind a pair as well because I think it increases my dark vision range when I wear them.
Yeah.
So it means that we can.
Oh, is that what they can do that? No way.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We should buy one for every member of the raid team if they don't have dark vision. So I will need one.
I already have them.
Okay.
So
Didn't
how
we
many
buy
am I
two?
buying?
At least.
We bought 2
We
before, right? Who has the second one?
I had a light cantrip on my ring, so we didn't buy 2 before.
Yeah, we just had the one.
That I know of. I wasn't here for that shopping trip.
Yeah, I think
There
we just
were
got one.
2 that earlier, but I only think you bought 1.
Maybe we thought about talking and we didn't. That's fine. I know
Yeah,
I have
I know
to-
Chad bought 1.
How many am I buying now?
I will put one on my sheet. You put one on your sheet.
You
and
might
then
as
we
well
have
just
4 more
spend
to
all of your
potentially
mithril
buy.
here. Like,
Yeah.
what are you
Okay,
gonna
so-
do with
I've bought
increments
2
of
so far.
5?
Does he have a potion? Do you have
Besides,
a
you have
potion of
all the other
invisibility?
mithril at home. You're fine.
Yeah,
I
it's
wouldn't
definitely
mind.
there. Waiting for us to get back.
True.
I don't have
Get
meta
better,
knowledge
Dave.
at all.
I wouldn't mind a
Wait,
pair.
is it really gone? I
Devin
swear to God.
sweats.
No, it's right
Okay,
there. What do you mean?
Ebor gets a pair of goggles as well too, so that's 15 mithril that we've spent so far. John, is there an invisibility potion here, or
That's 10 mithril.
You
we spent
have a
so far.
wizard. Why do you need a potion of
I'm
invisibility?
just asking this guy?
Spell slots.
I don't have a wizard with me all the time.
How much mithril do you have?
I'd have to ask, like, Devin, how much mithril do we have?
We have 15. After buying 2 goggles.
2 goggles. Buy 1 more set of goggles for our boy over here. We have 10 mithril left.
Give me your 10 mithril and you can have 1 potion of invisibility.
We have 1
All
potion of
right. It's
invisibility.
Shopping is
We are
complete.
out of-
Okay.
No more
How
mithril.
are we getting home?
Wait, who took the 3rd set of goggles?
Got one.
Okay.
Myself, you, Ebor.
Got it.
Okay, everyone's
Alright.
rocking goggles except Leishtang. How are we getting home?
Okay, we have to find a bulgeable first.
Step 1, Chad puts on goggles. Looks at the rest of team.
Put on
Okay.
goggles. Okay,
Alright.
where's bulgeable?
Two, where's
Find
bulgeable?
bulgeable, yeah.
Yeah, find bulgeable.
You don't
That's
know.
the first step. Fuck.
Split up. We're in a safe space.
Yeah,
communicate.
we're in the city. Yeah.
Yeah. Where were
You're
we
welcome.
staying at last night when we were?
Didn't we
It was
stay
like a-
in the
Ye-
Igor Dome?
Yeah, you were in
Yeah.
Ebor.
Or
Dome.
Dome? Fuck, I got
Get fucked. Chad
Yeah.
loses experience.
That's crazy.
-1.
Alright.
There are places to sleep, and we should probably just head there. And
Yeah, let's all split
invade
up.
their privacy
and-
very greatly
yeah.
after meeting each other for however many years.
We don't have money to rest somewhere.
No, we just
I
used
did-
all our mithril.
Nope, we spent it
Yeah.
all, bud.
It was like 5 mithril each per day or something
Mhm.
ridiculous.
Yeah, that's
Or
crazy.
0 mithril in the Igor Dome. Fuck.
That's another
I'm
minus
muting
20.
myself. That's 2.
Minus
That's
two,
2 in a
minus
row.
two.
I'm done.
Okay, cool.
Alright, let's.
You all split up looking for Bogeable. Everyone, roll me a 1d20. If you roll 20, you find Bogeable.
Come on,
That's
guys.
a 1. Chad doesn't even try.
Uh-oh.
Alright! Bogeable's gone. You don't know where the fuck he is. You spend all day looking for him. And
Wait,
night soon
bulgeable has
comes.
a communicator.
No, he doesn't.
He took it all off when he went to his room before he left Tolst.
Oh, fuck.
He never had one. That's like raid team only.
What?
Those things are actually super expensive.
Well, we communicated with him on the airship before.
The
That's
airship
because the
has a
ship
communicator.
has one. Yeah.
Oh, the ship itself has one.
Yeah, that's where the Schmitty drama came from, because he was...
Fucking
Don't-
Schmitty.
Don't you
God damn
remember?
it. Oh,
Uh,
God, Schmitty.
Fucking rage has set in. Yeah, you're not sure where he went, but as night falls and the party begins, you guys are in the City of Pumpkins.
What are we gonna do, guys?
Chad
There is
says-
a tower in which ships arrive, right? 'Cause I would go to the ship tower there, watching the ships come in and out, looking for somebody who we could hire their ship.
Yeah, you go to the airship station where all of, like, the normal people who are, like, just dropping in to sell their merchandise for just the stamped mithril that basically just denotes who owns it. You know, all the mithril that went out of the economy and is never coming back in the city. You all... just a fucking nightmare for any economist ever, by the way. You go to the airship station. There are... Let's see how lucky you are. There are indeed a couple of airships here. One cargo, one cruise, and... a little Corvette thing. A tiny little, like... something that is similar to your own airship.
Okay, so it has like the range of our or less than our airship because our airship has extra range. I would approach. I would.
It's probably
look
a
to
pirate
approach.
vessel. Now that you're looking at it.
Yeah, I'm looking for like
pick me up,
thieves' cant on it,
apprehended.
like looking at it closely. Like, wait a second.
Another airship?
Probably don't like hire them unless we want another airship.
The guys that. Never mind. I'm not there.
I wait for the guys to come off of that ship and then look to approach them and talk to them about passage to Tolst.
Nope. They will not come off the airship tonight. It seems their business is concluded for the day as the sun sets.
And the cargo ship is coming in and out, in and out.
It is drifting right now, but you can see some people who are like wearing some striped uniforms of the Forge of Alvin, which is like the central hub of this mid-region.
Yeah, this would be good to like talk to them. I would like hang out and wait for them to come into dock and then talk to them about.
There are people like already
Passage.
just in the... So the airship stations are kind of like regular airports. There are places to just like lounge, relax, meet people, shoot the shit, trade secrets, stuff like that. So
Yeah,
like
I
you
approach,
see them.
One of them.
Yeah. You approach.
Are you headed back to the Forge of Alvin soon, or taking new passengers with you?
Oh, in a couple days. We're here to unload, well, stuff.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
actually don't know. I'm just a shitter.
It's a weird place to bring stuff to. I understand.
Yeah, they're like really into entertainment because apparently they don't make any of their own.
We do a lot of other exports. What I would be interested in passage back with your crew. I have 5 of us.
You're gonna need to take that one up with the captain, my man.
Okay. What's a good time to take that up with him, or is he around? As I like look around.
Oh, you know captains. I don't know. I'll go
Give
ask
him the
one of the
knowing
boys.
nod.
I'll give one of the boys a chat. Hang on. Let me go yell at someone. And he just like leans back and he's like, Joey! Joey, where's the captain? But dude just like yells back, he's whoring! What do you think? And like, alright, sorry man, come back tomorrow. Or something. Fuck.
All right. He has the captains, obviously, you know, their pomp and circumstance. They have their flair with their hat and the like, a whole thing, right? So I'll be able to pick him out, right?
Yeah. More like tassels. They have tassels on their shoulders.
So, can I get the captain's name so that I can say that you sent me his way?
He is Captain... Captain Slasher.
Great. Thank you so much. And then I would spend the rest of my evening like hanging out here, seeing if the captain's going to come back.
Okay. The captain will not come till morning. You... Alright, that's all, folks, for tonight. I'll be... Okay. Guys, what do you do in town? Do you just stay in the Ebor Dome? Do you hang out?
I mean, can we look any more in the village, I guess? We're approachable, see if we ever see them.
That's where all the... That's... that... Natural... 20s.
Oh, fuck.
That was your search roll, bud.
Yeah, you could have gone with him.
Mhm.
Roll better, five head.
Fuck. Who's your Scott? Fuck.
You know he can make it back to you.
That's true.
He's a competent
Igor, you
man.
don't have any magical shit that you could track him down with?
I can now.
Speaking of Igor, he is strangely competent. Like, you bullied him into submission when you were, like, of weaker strength. And he just, like... Isn't it odd that he is, like, equivalent to most of you in power? And is not, like, actually helpful? He went from, like, actual shitter afraid to, like, challenge people to suddenly a badass, seemingly out of nowhere.
Well,
Is
Igor
that-
always saw his potential. He always knew from the get-go that Bulgeable had
Okay.
potential, and he was this type of man.
Do you think he was
just
hiding
natural
his power
charisma.
level?
Huh?
Do you think he was hiding his power level this entire time?
I don't think Bulgeable would ever lie to me, so he must have been.
Maybe this isn't the real Boachable. Maybe this is like the Gnome King. Because you said you talked to the Gnome King before and it turned out to be a bad guy. Maybe this is the same
That's true.
situation
Oh,
all over
shit.
again. Maybe you've let bad
No,
ink in.
I was stupid back then. Personally, but I know Bulgeable. He's my boy. He's my OG, part of my OG crew.
Mm-hmm.
I know him. He would never
How
do
do you know
anything
this
to betray
version
me.
of Boachable? You said he's not normally this capable.
Well, I think he's always been this capable. I think it was just my natural charisma that's kind of overshadowed him. You know, I get that from a lot of people.
I'd like to think Chad is standing near Leishtung during this point and would lean over and say, I've got 10 gold that Bojible's really a bad guy. You in on this?
I think Leishtung is frozen.
He's frozen.
Oh, he's actually frozen.
Oh no! Play
Oh
stung!
god, how long
Sorry,
has he been gone?
Oh god. I sent him a message. He just pauses in deep contemplation of your words, Chad.
We're in a time lock. All right,
Yeah.
carry on.
Here goes Chad. I'll bet you 10 gold. I'm the bad guy. No, I'm
Oh
joking.
fuck! There he goes.
Well, he's gone.
Oh, I was gonna pose in the same position as him.
All right, second break, I guess.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
What the fuck? Okay, we are back. Sorry about that technical difficulty, but we are here, and we are skipping some days and getting to Tulsa right now, right?
Skirt.
Yeah. Stir.
Nathaniel, do you have 50 gold on you?
Yeah.
Subtract that, and we can go to Tulsa.
All right. I have subtracted that off of my sheet, John, and
Cool.
everyone else should think about how they abandoned Bojable.
Yeah.
I rolled a 1. I
Um,
tried.
No, when you were at the top of the mountain, you abandoned him.
True.
Oh,
You
You see
know,
our leaderboard.
but we needed to know.
I mean,
you
one of us
guys
could have
get
gone with
back to
Bojable.
Tulsa on the 21st. And as you do, and we just hard jump out of the City of Pumpkins, never to return. John denotes it on his little calendar, and we head on up to the top of the map. And then we zoom in and enhance. And then we zoom out and show off the beautiful city of Tulsa. I assume we all head straight to the Pillar of Authority, the Tyrant's Court.
Of course. As is natural.
I didn't know there was anywhere else we could park.
Well, you don't park, you go there, right? You take the cool inner city monorail system and then climb up or take the elevator. God, who doesn't like going up the gondola and looking out on this beautiful city surrounded by the highly flammable pine trees in summer? It's a beautiful day. And when you get to the Tyrant's Court, you can see it is abuzz with activity. All civilians have been cleared out. No queue has been formed. It says, sorry, closed due to war. And yeah,
It's almost
everyone's
like
kind of just
a
all
deity got
military
released or
people.
something.
It's almost like there's some type of god war going on. It's crazy.
Poland.
Yeah.
Cool.
When you arrive, there's not even a person in the courtroom itself. The doors are to the adjacent halls are still accessible, though. Class is still in session for the remaining couple days. And the second year, it's actually, like, packed with activity. You see a lot of, like, hunters and huntresses just sort of milling about, like, exploring the place as though this is, like, the first time they've seen it. You can denote them by their cool weapons and weird outfits that they're wearing.
Does it look like they're patrolling or they're exploring?
They're exploring. Their, like, eyes are like, what the fuck? As if they have just walked into a place that wasn't here until, today. And these are like
Anyone else
16,
suddenly really
17-year-old
hate insects?
kids. Yeah, what's up?
Oh, it was a bad joke. Well,
Okay. Understood. Yeah, you guys are here. What do you want to do in Tulsa?
See the Tyrant, I guess? See what the buzz is about?
yeah, we should get debriefed on what the hell is going on. I think the snack room, if it's available.
The snack room is locked and barred. It is currently either in use or no one's allowed access to it for this week.
How thick are the bars?
No.
No, it's not physically like jail cell bars.
You can't
It's-
open the door.
It's locked. What?
Chad is upset.
Should we bust in? This
We
is
should
snack
just
room.
we should just knock. Maybe I'm gonna knock on the door.
I don't know what other rooms there are here, okay? Like,
Is
We have to get in. Oh god,
Is
I'm
it a
freaking out.
magic lock, or can we try and picklock it?
I don't have any of those anymore.
Oh,
Yeah, he broke his thieves' tools,
Oh,
remember?
I'm
the
gonna
first
go
time
crazy.
he tried to use
Yeah, the first roll ever. I took them out of the lock and I snapped them in half myself.
Guys, I'm gonna bust in.
No,
I'm
don't.
going
I'm
crazy.
knocking on the door. I'm knocking on the door. Occupado.
He's already.
Anyone in there?
hello.
You start knocking on the snack room door, and, like, a head pokes out of some, like, mid-20s dude, and he's just like, this is a private meeting? Can I help you?
Oh, we just want to know.
This is our snack room.
It's not yours, it's a community one. Calm down.
When there's We just want to know when the room is available with the debrief stuff with the tyrant and get filled in what's going on.
I don't know, man. We have it for like the next hour and a half.
All right.
Gets on the floor and starts hyperventilating.
All right, you're acting crazy over there.
Yeah,
Chad says, "Can I get like 12 seconds just to grab snacks and leave? I literally won't even look at who's in the
Bro,
room.
go
I
to the
just want
kitchen. Talk to H. Fuck. And then
Wait,
you just
there's a
like
kitchen?
close the door. Yeah, you've been to the cafeteria.
Oh, well then, to the
love this
alternate
reaction.
snack room.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys go to
The
the
lunchroom.
cafeteria. The lunchroom, as it is.
Oh no.
And
It's getting
there,
serious.
lo and behold, there's a shit ton of food you can get that we usually hand wave. Their characters probably come in here every breakfast, lunch, and dinner just because of how strangely good all the food is. Well, while you're in Tulst, of course.
All right, so
Are you trying to schedule a meeting? Like, what's the plan here?
yeah,
Let's schedule a meeting.
Schedule a meeting.
Okay.
Chad says, "Let's make sure Ozark's here." Or
John will
he's-
roll
Yeah, have we
for-
passed an
Simulacrum.
Ozark? That's weird. Have we passed an Ozark while walking
Yeah, was there
around?
any semis out
Yeah,
there?
totally. Simulacrums everywhere, as far as the eye can see. They're terrorizing students and, being weird in general.
Anyone here on lunch break?
No, they don't eat.
Oh,
Yeah, I would pull one of the Ozarks that I recognize and have interacted with before and be like, "Hey, what's going on here, buddy? Like, why?
How many have you actually interacted with?
Like 3?
Something like that, yeah.
We've had the one who took us to dinner.
There's
Oh,
Spider
okay.
Ozark. There's Dinner Ozark.
Aren't they
there's,
all Spider Ozark?
No.
Oh, well then at least one Spider
Old Man
Ozark.
Yeah.
Library.
You know where to find Spider Ozark. He lurks in the library, but the one who took you to dinner you don't see. But you do find a suspicious old man Ozark who's just like, with one big fucking like mad eye moody eye that's just like rotating in and out of the socket, like scaring kids. And like younger hunters and huntresses. And they're like, "What the fuck, Ozark?" So you can go up to him.
Hey, Ozark.
What do you want?
Yes.
We've been out of town for a while. Tyrant usually holds court. This is like all very weird.
Yes!
What's going on right
I never thought I'd be out here monitoring the halls. Yet here I am.
That's an interesting interpretation of monitoring, but sure. What happened while we were gone over the last, I don't know, week, 2 weeks?
Oh, you didn't hear?
No, just got back.
He explains to you, John's just going to fast forward this, that a greater divine creature had been summoned via ritualistic murder of faithful and or weird creatures in general in Destry. And the Destry situation is currently in like full tyrant priority mode. And he is not going to be available to any task force team for the next week.
Understandable.
Yeah.
I take that back to my crew, and then I would go look for the sign-up sheet for the snack room about a week from now to get time with Tyrant.
Yeah,
Okay.
wait. Isn't this what we were created for? For this type of thing? Like, shouldn't the tyrant need to speak with us above all else? Tell us what, to do to help?
Nathaniel, what do you say to this once Igor brings it to you?
Usually when the Tyrant wants to talk to us, he talks to us regardless of what is happening. He may or may not want to talk to us now, but he will find us. He knows how to get a hold of us.
That's fair.
Which is perfect for you guys to do downtime and me to calculate experience. Because you guys need to calculate your experience. For my lower guys who are just joining us at level 6, you probably will not level. Just a heads up. Alright, let's do some math. In that time, would you guys like to say what you want to do during this long rest if you don't level?
I'm going to Alcazar.
Chad is definitely gonna strike up a conversation with Ozark because he had a vision, and Ozark's
Okay.
name was mentioned.
Oh, what's the
6
like for the
divided
putting
by
the rune
6
into my armor?
plus
What's the like
7,
process for that?
right?
Can I just like do that?
Yeah, you can just. It's literally a stamp. You just like put it where you want it, and then you hit it as hard as you can.
Okay,
And the
I'm gonna
rune
do
will
that
do
if you
the
guys
rest.
are okay with that.
Go for it.
We
And then
had like
I'm gonna-
6 sessions of roleplay, right?
And then John, is there somewhere I can put like excess gear for other teams?
Yeah,
That's
it's
a
called
thing.
the armory. You tell me what you want to put in, and I edit
One
that.
+1 plate mail and one half plate +1.
Okay. Are those it?
+1 spear.
All right, hang on.
We don't want that, right?
Yeah, we don't want that.
+1 plate mail.
I have
And
that
+1
glaive
half
of.
plate.
Plus
I
1
have that
half
glaive
plate.
of wounding. Does anybody want that?
Plus 1
Yeah, let's
spear.
wait for Bulgeable. See if he wants that when he
Yeah,
gets home
Bojable's
to
going to
us again.
show up in this next week or so.
Cool.
I've got a +1 wand of sorcery wizardry.
Okay. Is that what you want to put in?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's also a dark vision scroll that maybe one of the other wizards would want to use to learn.
Didn't we have a spare set of goggles of night as well?
We
No,
bought
No, I
everyone.
think
3 of
you're
them,
already
and we
running.
bought potions.
Nope, the raid team's stocked with all of them. Got it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sounds good. You guys can hang out and take. Am I forgetting anything? Oh, minuscule combat. There you go. 4,180 points of experience. I believe that should get the close boys to 7. The far
4180.
boys, definitely not. 4180, yes. If you level
Yep,
up,
I
you can
level
use
7.
this week to tell me how you want to translate experience. And guys, I'm getting kind of done with I train without break, which is literally I go fight people and become better at my class. We've
never
done
do
that
that.
for like 7 levels now. Let's move on.
8 HP, that's not a bad roll.
That's not a bad roll. That's
Come on, not a 1.
4.
Yeah!
Hey,
Middling
that's
roll.
average.
Ooh, I get some fun stuff this level.
Any other levelers?
I'm slow when it comes to this stuff.
Okay.
Sorry.
Chillin'.
For those wondering, all of Saturday has hit level 7. Thursday has not gotten their experience yet for all Videstri bullshit. But depending on how many of you level up, that could potentially raise our level average, which then everyone gets a bump to 7.
Ooh.
So if you don't get it this session, there is a good chance you may get it next.
Now, me and every friendly creature within 10 feet of me can't be charmed.
Oh, shit.
And I get my divine power twice.
Aw, I just got a feature that lets me lose being charmed. Damn it.
Well,
What did
you
I
know,
pick
being within 10 feet, you're never within 10 feet of Igor. Let's be real.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so
Uni 100.
this is kind of moot,
Oof.
but
nice.
this is not.
Ooh.
Chad's a dodgy boy.
Evasion's good.
7 level is not a lame one for Wizards, Temmer. That is when you get 4th level spell slots, you nerd. That is Polymorph. That's Polymorph right there.
I have 10 more hit points.
Nice.
That's conjure animals and
None of
Lightning
the
Storm,
summons,
and
since
that's
you
it.
have to, gotta earn those, unfortunately. Leishtung, are we not, 7?
Yes, I am 7.
You are 7 now. Wow, good shit.
Gotta roll.
What about you, Ebor?
2k short.
Oof. Well, there's 3 of you, so that's 8 in total now? Out of 15?
Is half or more, so everyone is level 7.
Everyone can bump their experience to 7's minimum experience, which is
Damn.
23,000.
23,000.
Yes.
So I'm like 2K ahead.
5 plus
welcome,
3.
Saturday.
Man, if Lei Stung hadn't gotten it. Oh,
Okay, so
Or Thursday? Whoever hasn't leveled up yet.
yeah.
Ooh, I can choose a feat. Yes.
So everyone go ahead and do their level up. This is going to be a big week for levels, I feel. Which makes sense. We have like a game-changing event. We've all just finished. Haha, that's a good wizard roll.
That seems about right.
We need more celebratory music. We are playing sad piano music, even though we've leveled up.
I have another second level spell slot now, so now I have 3. Which is cool.
Where's my happy music? God, I have so much unhappy music. Yeah, let's play some festivals. You know, an Eldritch being from beyond the veil has just arrived within your world, but that's no reason not to celebrate hitting level 7.
Tavern Brawler is the grabby punch one, right? That's the feat.
Brawler? Don't
Tavern
take Brawler. You don't want Tavern Brawler.
No, I don't.
No, you don't.
Is John saying that because it's annoying or is because it's bad?
It's bad.
Oh, okay.
I think you want Grappler if you want to grapple people. Or you want to give
There's
something
room.
that gives you expertise to athletics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
John, we're not going to be in Tulst into the new month, right? We're going to be in like the 20-somethings, maybe?
You probably will. Because you'll want to do downtime. And Tyrant's about to have his monthly heart attack. But we can do Ozark whenever you're ready, Chad, since you're probably
I'm
done
good,
with
I'm
your
all
level
leveled up. I've got my
Okay.
notes ready.
So while everyone does their level up and prepares for their downtime, Chad, where do you go to find Ozark? Which Ozark are you looking for? A reasonable one or a madman?
They're all mad, John. That's easy. I'm gonna
Yeah,
pick one
but
of the
some
old...
don't look mad. Some are like, oh, I'm Gandalf and Dumbledore mixed together to make me look safe.
Find the Ozark that took us to dinner, because that seems like the most reasonable one that I've ever dealt with.
Go ahead and roll me a investigation or perception check. No, it should be investigation check.
Cool, that's definitely the better of the two. Yep.
Alright, it's gonna take you, like, an entire fucking day or two to find this one specifically.
Chad
But
would have dedicated the entirety of that time to finding Ozark. He needs to know what's going on.
Yeah.
And Ozark knows about his past.
You go to Calm Ozark, as he is known. You will find him in a very strange place, in fact. He is standing not within the Tyrant's Court, but outside of it, on the rooftop of the fortress itself, looking out into the city and beyond it. His glasses are sheening, doing the anime sheen. You cannot see his eyes. His hair is being graced by the wind. He looks somewhat majestic and mysterious as he stands upon this rooftop, and he looks like he is like one quick shove away from just plummeting to his death. What do you do, Chad?
Ozark, I had to put on my slippers to come find you. I've been looking all over for you. Specifically, this you. I have some questions.
He does not react to your presence at all.
I make some snapping sounds.
Bah!
Ozark.
He twists. He looks around. Who disturbs the air with their fingers?
Just chat.
Oh. He slowly takes off his glasses, looks at you, and then, like, rests them on the very bridge of his nose. So he's, like, kind of... You can see the glasses are still doing the anime sheen no matter what, but now he's, like, looking at you. It's like, why are you here in my place of solace?
You're one of the only Ozarks I trust.
That is both sad and enlightening. How can I help you?
I have questions, and I know you have answers.
Oh, shit. Do I now? Alright. What? How may I help you? What questions do you have?
So, without going into too much raid team demonic possession detail,
Uh-huh.
I know you know a lot more about me than you've ever let on in the past. To the
What?
tune of someone named Leon, big hairy monstrosity of a motherfucker, talking with a woman in the general goods store. Quote, Ozark will handle him, with me, baby Chad, being the him. Again, I have no interest in the full rundown of how I came to this knowledge, but I think you owe me an explanation.
Dad, what are
the
you
hell?
talking about?
I'm looking directly at him.
Who's Leon? What?
Fuck, did I not pick an old enough Ozark?
Can you give me a bit more information than, like, straight... Look, I'm used to Tyrant coming at me and just, like, accusing me of things, and normally that's, like... I'm on the level on, like, the shit I get up to with him, along with all the other simulacrums and our pranks. But Chad, I met you, like, twice, and that was, like, a year ago when you first joined, like... And dinner, I guess, but...
I was shown a vision.
Okay.
This vision was of my past.
Oh, that's concerning.
Would you have had any knowledge of a baby found in a forest, guarded by a wolf in a bog, actually?
No. I mean, sometimes, like, kids get dropped off at my tower. Or, well, they used to, back when the pillar was a little bit bigger. I mean, it makes sense, right? Your parents can't deal with a kid at the time, and they're like, the wizard will take care of it. He's the wizard, he's the richest and most powerful man of it. And yeah, like, sometimes that happens, but... I'm obligated to help orphans, and yeah.
This is less enlightening than I had hoped. Chad thinks back for a moment.
I mean, I could put research into it, I guess, but... Like an unnamed baby, and then didn't you grow up on the streets? Didn't you, like, run away from whatever home they put you in? Like 8 or something?
I wanted to know my name, Ozark. I don't know my name. People just kept calling me a fucking Chad, so I took the name.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
Sounds like a title then, not a name.
Moniker.
Yeah. I'm gonna let you in on a secret. My name's not really Ozark. Get it? Because who would name their fucking kid after a swamp?
Regardless, I wanted to find information about my name. And you're the only thread that I have. Short of a forest somewhere. And a building that's probably not going to be easy to find.
I mean, I could take a look into, like, your past. I'll see what I can... Give me a week.
Your name came up specifically, so...
My name comes up in a lot of people's mouths. I'm an influential man.
The man I saw was named Leon. Big hairy dude. Something about fighting the tower as well.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Does that help?
It'll let me key in a little better, yeah. It's... I didn't know you were affiliated. That's kind of weird. It's like a wizard thing. Dad, I'm gonna take a look into this, just for you. And he, like, puts his hands on your shoulders. And then you, like, start to see his feet get, like, picked up and just out from under him. And, like, you're the only thing keeping him, like, attached to the rooftop. He's like, I promise. And he lets, like, go... he lets go one hand to point at you. And is just like, I will look into this. See you in a bit. And then he, like, releases his other hand and is just fucking thrown into the wind.
Mary Poppins is out.
No, it is not controlled at all. You watch his body go, like, full ragdoll. Like...
Piglet from Winnie Pooh and the Blustery Day. Just,
Sure. You kind of just hear him get swept away and is just fucking gone into the horizon at one point. Leaving you with even more questions.
Chad sits and thinks for a moment. I was like, fuck, is this really the Ozark that I trust the most? And then gets down off of the roof.
Yeah, it's a nice view. It shows the entire city, most of the ocean. Part of the forest, even.
Chad thinks, pretty nice. I'll have to remember this spot.
Okay. That was Chad's enlightening interview? Questionnaire? Do you know how you're going to claim your level up while we still are on you?
I was hoping to have answers from Ozark before I go and do some sort of nice meditative monk
Then
nonsense.
we will
'cause
come
Chad is
back to
trying
you.
Yep. Hard
How's
pause.
that?
Mute. to you guys
Well,
later.
let's go clockways. Hey, Ebor. Your wand needs to speak with you. John wants to drink something first, though. Ebor. Ebor.
What's up?
Hi.
Hi, Joy.
I am currently suffering from quite a few energy draining effects.
Oh. That's not good.
It is not. However, I feel a greater wealth of magical energy in you now. Your well has increased significantly. Rely on me less for this next month or two. I must recharge.
Yeah? Well, I'll use you in emergencies. As opposed to...
Every encounter, yes.
Yeah. It was nice to have power, but now hopefully I've got some of my own.
Hopefully. That is all. Do you need to speak with me?
Well, there's a few things I thought we could do together now that we're not
Summon a
fighting
demon?
forever. I thought we look into how that works.
Bind
And
it to
then,
our will?
I was thinking we understand the logic of how to summon this spider demon, but we actually try and summon something better. Like, we stole that construct heart. Maybe we can like reanimate it or bring it back to life so that we've got an entity that isn't evil, because that's probably something easier to control and isn't going to possibly hurt my friends and myself if we manage to do something like that. But I think we need to understand how the demon summoning works to be able to do better magic. It's a step down the dark path for a greater step down the light path.
That's not how that
It's-
works, Ebor.
It's all
A
towards
tread
power.
taken is not one that can be undone.
A tiptoe down the darker path.
Every step is a stride to an ant.
Well, I'm small, so all my steps are small.
You lost track of the metaphor, I feel.
Maybe. But yeah, I thought maybe we could try and work out where to go with this, because I think this is going to take some time, but we have a bit of time. Maybe we can make some progress.
Perhaps. 1 week is not enough to make a new spell, though.
No, but it's enough to find out what we need to do next, hopefully, because we've got...
It is easier to co-opt another's magic than make your own. Most wizards only make one spell, unique to them in their entire life.
So maybe we focus on learning how to summon a demon. That way we understand how. And that should be a simpler first step in the road to conjuring our own things.
Perhaps. You should rethink your current techniques if you plan to become a true conjurer, though. Wizards who dabble in many schools tend to fall short, as it were. Consider specializing, Ebor. Truly think about your future, for it will matter if we will be together for a long time.
It's a possibility, but so far I've never really been able to conjure anything, and everyone's advised me against doing it, so...
It's a
maybe
dangerous thing. To dabble with malicious forces, and even benevolent ones, are often intrinsically fucky, as the great Hephaestus once said.
Hmm.
Thank you, Timmer. The world will treat you differently if you plan to utilize those grimoires. Make sure this is what you want to do, Ebor.
Well, this seems like a way to get power.
It definitely is.
I think it's worth taking a look at and seeing if it's possible. We don't have to do it, but knowing that it's an option is probably the best way to go about it. I think.
Joy will fall silent. You have made up your mind. But she will pipe up real quick and will say, "We will need a lot of salt!"
Okay, so... Can I go to a shop and buy a lot of salt? And
Dude, you're
a
by the ocean.
pound?
You can get as much salt as you want. Joy says to get like hundreds of pounds of the stuff, though, which seems excessive.
I also buy a pound of an iron bar.
Totally. Yeah. You go to a blacksmith shop and be like, "Hey, yo, can I get this bar? I need it for a spell."
Yeah. Do you take toast bucks?
They do. You are in Toast. Spend one toast buck.
Oh, cool.
It should be noted that if you are planning to use that spell, you will need to learn it specifically, because Joy will not, like, cast that for you. She's in conservation mode. Specifically, I calculated how much spell level she has left. She's down to 13. Out of the original 70 she's used. Or had, I guess, from all your ritual bullshit that you dealt.
Okie dokie. Well, I'll buy it anyway for now.
Okay.
So I'd like to have a look at the text for the summoning the spider demon and trying to see if I can piece together any of it.
You copied the entire spell into your spell book. You just need to learn it, which is a Arcana check? No, it's a 1d100. It's not Arcana. I think you're 20 int, right?
Yeah.
Then you have a 90% chance of just passing this. So don't roll a 91 up.
60.
Perfect. You can add this to your spell level. Just put it, or to your spell list, excuse me. It is not going to be the summon demon spell from the compendium. This will be a custom spell. But learning it is probably going to take you all week, and that will give you, like, greater insight of how spells of 4th Circle are constructed as well. They are 4 times as powerful as your boy Magic Missile, the best spell in the game. Come at me, Tamer. You are now, like, at the school, or not at the school, at the level where you can now start to truly affect the world, Ebor. Not many wizards hit 4th Circle. Congratulations.
Awesome. And can I just freely switch over spells I've got prepared in my cantrip? Because of the Tasha's rule of changing cantrips, and then downtime I can change the spells over without being an issue.
You can learn 1 additional spell from, since you learn 2 per level, right?
Yeah, learn 2 and gain an extra 1 that I can actually prepare. But I mean, can I just switch spells now while we're in a downtime?
Yeah. Pick your 2 4th level spells. And this can be your... This is something you learned. We made you roll for that, so it's fine.
Oh, no, I meant, like, can I... Because I have to prepare spells, can I just freely switch those over now while we're in downtime?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just click the red dots to tell me what is prepared.
Yeah.
Okay. While you do that, Leishtung, we go to you.
Sorry about that. Leishtung has a lot on his mind. Particularly feeling like he's given up on his dream. He had to toss that away for the greater good. But that doesn't really stop this, like, tingling ambition in the back of his head to be, like, a hero, be something greater than himself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because that inspiration he got from his dad is something that's magic in its own to him, and he wants to be able to spread that to people. And, you know, run around punching dudes and pumping and drinking juice feels good, but it doesn't feel like he's really reaching his goal or getting any closer than he already was. So he's kind of wants to go around and get some insight on, like, what he should, like, plan for next, since shit's going down and he has to be useful. So, of all the people he wants to go to, he wants to go meet Lady Grazilla? Is that how you pronounce her name?
Grazilia?
Grazilia, yeah. Since she's, like, the dean of Hunter Land, she must have some insight on something that could be useful.
She is currently in Destry, which is an active war zone where you all will find out that many a refugee are now coming straight to Tolst from all of Fresnoth's old domain, which is now kind of collapsed on itself with their leader gone. So she is in full, like, I am the new, like, head of state of Destry. I need to get everybody safe.
She's busy. Or maybe you just pull a hunter aside, if there are any available. And, like...
let's find out who's available.
Yeah.
Just Messa's around. You know Just Messa, right?
Have we interacted? I know of her.
Yeah, you know of her. And she seems to just be kicking it right now. The only other hunter that you knew was Tristan Darter.
Yes.
Yeah, but he's currently missing in action, and everyone's wondering where the fuck he went. Yeah. Let's go to Just Meza and see what she's up to. John's checking his notes. Tolst. Meza, what are you doing today? You are in... Yes, you are in Tolst. It is June still. July hasn't occurred yet. Meza's there, acting as, like, aid to the tyrant, but she can be pulled aside. She's not really that important. She's just, like, a political expert.
Hey, mind if I have a word with you real quick? If you're available.
Where do you have this meeting? I'm gonna let you decide. Where do you find Meza?
She's kind of just doing things, right?
Yeah. She's liaisoning? That's not a proper word.
Would she have her own office at, like, the base, or...?
Yeah, she's got her... It's not so much an office, so much as, like, a room she cleared and declared her own. And she can be found with a delegate from Thorazor. They're kind of, like, shooting the shit and talking shop about, like, policy decisions and, like, how do you truly manipulate people? And you go up to her little door that says Meza's office. And you stick your head in, I guess, and you see her.
I knock. I'm like, hello, mind if I come in?
The Thorazorian delegate stands up as you enter and is like, oh, hello. Nice to meet you. My name is Falzmalek.
Oh, nice to meet you, Leishtung, Task Force.
Ah, nice. I'm from Thorazor. And he shakes your hand. He does the weird, like, I'm gripping your elbow as well as your hand, kind of like handshake. Maybe he's, like, trying to gauge your strength. But Meza will call him off and be like, hi, Leishtung. What's going on? What can I do for you?
You're a hunter, right?
Huntress, yeah.
Huntress. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, it's fine. I got you.
And I think I came to try and get some insight. How'd you become that huntress?
I was the most powerful person in my kingdom, or, well, my dad's empire, and I fled to here with magic. That's how I became a huntress. Why? Are you interested?
Yeah, I feel like I really want to push and things are getting really serious right now and try to be more useful for the greater schemes of things. 'Cause, I haven't been filled in on what's happening on the war effort, but apparently Brazilia's out destry somewhere, so like I don't know what's going on over there.
Yeah. Destry's kind of fucked right now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thorazor's helping, though, so.
Oh, that's why... Yeah, okay. But yeah, I was thinking about maybe pursuing becoming a hunter. That might just be the path for me, I feel like.
Well, to qualify, you need to go to the Hunter General Officiary. They will test you to see if you're capable. Yeah. That's what I did. You know, it's... They tend to pass people who, like, instantly knock their testers down. So if you can get, like, a cheap shot in or, like, blow your most powerful spell immediately, they don't really care for long, drawn-out fights, since fights in the Hunter world only last, like, 12 seconds, if that. Usually decided, well, before that. You are an adult, so you'd have to do, like, the adult training program, which is a little tougher. But you have, well, I mean, you have outside experience, which is what most kids don't have.
All right.
Yeah. I
Okay,
could
alright.
set you up with a... Well, I can point you in the right direction. I'm kind of an independent one, since I work for a government. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'd be super helpful. I feel like, just exercising and fighting, punching dudes isn't enough.
I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. So, I don't know much about politics, but like, I know that's a kind of power from what I've learned.
Yeah. Political power is arguably more important than martial.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Do politicians can they slay spirit beasts like the tyrant can? Like, is that what
No,
that
but
is?
they can get people like the tyrant to do it for them, which, I mean, in essence, is the same thing, right?
So this is like magic manipulation.
No, just regular manipulation.
Oh.
Words, leverage, favors, trades. You know, it all has a place here.
Okay.
And then she's going to black pill you on all politics and how they're trash.
Yes.
And you
Yes,
shouldn't
finally.
ever get into them because they will dominate your life and ruin it. It's like, yeah, my parents, they had me as like a political thing. I was gonna unify our countries. And I was like, fuck that. And she just will go into this detail. And Faustmulek will just like nod encouragingly, like, yeah, fuck politics. And he's just like a delegate from another city-state.
Oh, I'm chugging that black pill with a
Hell
big
yeah.
old gulp. I'm like, yes sir. I got that shit now. I'm in the zone now. I know what to do.
Rebel. Anarchy's the only way of statecraft.
get the freedom to do that.
She will give you an address. It is a small office somewhere in Tulst, but we will get back to that. I want to jump to Igor and then Nathan. So Igor, you are now level 7 paladin.
Yes.
How does this
couple
happen?
things. So before that,
Okay.
how much gold did we get from the chest so I can put it in our storage?
A great question. You got exactly 3,000 GP and 90 platinum.
Okay, so that's 100 here.
Oh yeah, we have bad news as well. Specifically for Igor.
No.
Yeah, it's happening.
What happened?
Sometime after you left, your warehouse got hit. All of your mithril was stolen.
Okay.
The only mithril your party now has is in Chad's locker, somewhere in a storage facility, somewhere
We
in
have
town.
100 mithril.
Yeah. When you investigate this, you will find out that Tolst investigated it on a breakthrough, or like one of their task forces, like private properties, got hit, and no one is sure who the culprit is, which is not a good sign. There was no sign of like forced entry into your warehouse, which means someone either picked the lock, broke into, like, unlocked a window, or cast the knock spell. And in less than a night, like, no one heard any sounds, and your warehouse is on a busy wharf in the harbor area. So...
Okay. Can I try to get the approximate time for people, or the approximate day?
Yeah,
when this
it happened. John's checking his June calendar. Sometime between the 10th and the 11th. So, the first time you entered the City of Pumpkins dungeon.
That was June? We're in June?
Yeah, that was June.
Okay.
Also known as Summer Scorching.
Okay, and then the temporary hit points I get from my sword, how long did this last? Just till long rest, or?
Yeah, temp health resets on long
I
rest.
didn't even do that.
No, you're fine. That's a
Okay.
good save.
Yeah.
You have a +6, +2, just intelligence saves?
Yeah, I have the helmet. I have 19 intelligence.
That bumps it up to... Are you proficient?
No.
Then you should only have +4, right?
For where am I getting that +2 extra +2?
I think
from?
you added the aura manually. Your sheet is fucked, my mans.
What is
Audit.
going on?
Audit.
What
We'll
is
audit
going on
your
my
sheet.
actually?
Later.
Yeah, something's going on. Okay, and then yeah, I'm gonna head to Alcazar.
Okay.
See what my boys are up to.
Your boys were up to quite a bit of stuff.
Oh,
How
good.
much gold did you drop on them again? Like 600?
I dropped a lot.
Yeah, you dropped a lot, and there was for a night a riot in Alcazar. Some people didn't know what was going on, and it like fanned the flames a lot, like the Great Confusion. There was a lot of like chickens released into public places and like packed restaurants and inns. Someone managed to get like a flock of roosters, just roosters, into the main government building. They don't know how, but like reportedly, one of the guards there was just like reported to hear like a cock-a-doodle-doo at like dawn, and then he like stumbled into a room, like a closed room without windows, and there were like 30 roosters in there. And immediately, as soon as the door opened, they just fucking flipped out and left and just got into everywhere. The government, like, the Citadel, where Governor Moru governs, was covered in bird shit for, like, 2 days. And the cleaning process is still being cleaned up right now.
I'm so proud of my boys.
Yeah. They managed to do a lot of chaos. A lot of people got apprehended, but due to the fact that regular civilians like kind of joined in and freaked out too, and just like, are we rebelling against the government? And some people were like, yeah, and some people were like, no. There was like a massive spectrum of criminality that occurred on the 20th, which is now ordained as the Chicken Rebellion in history.
Can I try to meet up with like the main guy that I originally?
God no, they are on the lam. They are
They're all gone.
They are like, all right, we did our big thing that we were paid to do. We're not gonna talk about this. We've never met before. See you later. Don't go to the usual places. So if they're in the city, they're hanging out. Yeah.
Can I just go to some like local bars and stuff, trying to see if I recognize anyone that I've hired on?
There's no way.
There's no way.
Yeah, you literally grabbed a bunch of thugs off the street. You hung out with them for like 2 days at most, and then you just like, here's a bunch of gold. Go cause chaos, and they did. You got your money's worth.
Already blackballed on the politics.
Yeah.
I want to try to find the dirtiest, like stinkiest bar, like low life bar I can find.
In Alcazar?
Yeah.
You will find Rodrigo's place. That's probably the closest you can get to. Because that place is like a black zone of like law and order. Like everything happens there.
I'll like hang out on the outskirts of Rodrigo's, and I just want to wait to see like someone with like a scar on their face, someone that looks mean to walk by.
Igor, what is this leading to, man?
You'll see. I have a job.
You have a job. Okay. Yeah, you find him. Wow. All right, you find like some dude with like scars all up on his face. He must have like fought several roosters at one time or another.
I'll go over to him and be like, "Hey, man,
Fuck you want?
do you know who I am?"
No.
Caca.
He punches
Listen.
you in the face.
Oh fuck!
He hits your helmet. He's like, "Fuck,
Like, wait.
fuck
I have a
you,
job.
man. What do you
I
want,
have a job. I have a job for you.
bro? I'm a guard.
Listen.
You better like."
Oh, I just run. I just start
You run.
running the other way.
Your description will show up later on someone's bulletin board for like a sheriff station or the chief of intelligence. Just like, yeah, some dude approached me, said caw caw, and then fucking dipped.
Okay, I'll get that's clearly too nice. I'm going back to Toast.
Okay.
I see my job here has been done.
Okay. You go back to Toast. How do you
That
get
was
your
good enough.
aura to extend?
Hmm.
Become a charm of anti-free charm?
Yeah, anti-charm ring or
Can you
whatever.
link that?
Yeah,
Nice.
or devotion.
Well, nice.
I think I. Not charmed. How would that? Oh, I have a good. Okay, so actually, I'm gonna stay in Augustin for a little bit. I'm gonna try to see because the druid lady that we have is here, right?
The dryads?
The dryads, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait till morning, like hide out somewhere till morning, and then I'm gonna try to see the dryad.
Hide out somewhere? You mean buying in? Or are you
Yeah, buying
specifically
in.
just hanging out in like a fucking alley?
I think it would be more likely that I hang out in the alley because I don't know. That's
Okay.
Igor.
You can be. God, you were so fucking lucky. My luck dice just always rolls for plot armor Igor over here.
Yeah.
You go to the Citadel, you talk to the guard, and he's like, yeah, Moru doesn't have any meetings at all today, apparently.
Just
You know,
my luck.
she always complains about how busy she is, but like every other day, there's like no one coming to meet with her.
Awesome. It sounds good.
Yeah, you're Igor,
Uh,
right? From the task force?
No, I'm Chad.
You're not Chad. I know Chad. He has that cool skateboard. He did tricks in front of us. You were with him, man. What?
Wait, Doug.
Did you take off your helmet? I thought that was supposed to make you smarter.
I walk past him.
Alright, you walk past him. He's like, wait! Someone escort him! One of the root dudes, the tree people, will show up and be like, hey, Igor.
Hey, how's it going?
He will escort you to Governor Moru's atrium, as it were.
I trust the tree people. They're nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Am I like with Maury now?
If you want to
Moru?
be, sure.
Yeah.
It'll take her a little while to get dressed and like all caped up. And when you do, she'll be like, oh, thank goodness Lei Stung isn't with you. He's following
Yes.
through on the restraining order.
Oh, I didn't realize that went through.
It did, yes. As the governor, I can enact my own laws.
Fair enough.
Oh my god, I'm charmed. Gonna say it.
I am currently. Well, listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. There's been some trouble brewing in your city, I've noticed.
Oh,
And
the chicken shit?
chickens? First time I've heard.
Give me a deception roll. And it better be good. Igor, what do you know?
I know nothing.
Are you holding
Well,
back?
I'll visibly wink at her.
Alright, I gotta get this information out of you. And she takes off her veil. Her massive blanket comes off, and you get to see the enchanting beauty of Moru. You are overcome immediately. Give me the best saving throw you can do. And you may have...
Or
Yeah.
Can't
But
be
do I
charmed.
need
It's
one?
level 7.
You're level 6 still, bitch. You're going to be
I
charmed
also
until you manage
have-
to overcome it.
I also have a ring of mind shielding.
Oh, fuck. Click that.
I don't have like a description for it. I just have the ring on me.
John forgot the plot armor again.
You're not
guys.
going to be able to get your level up this way if you have the ring on, you dipshit. How can you grow and evolve to have anti-counter, like, charm countermeasures if you're already immune to charm?
I'm working on it. But at least for now, I do have this. There.
Oh my god.
So I can't be charmed yet.
Where does it say you can't be charmed?
Uh...
They can't read your thoughts, determine whether you are lying, know your alignment, or know your creature type.
Wait a minute. Can I
You're
be
charmed, bitch.
Wait, what?
Oh shit, he's finally
used this
reading his
before.
ring.
I've used this before to not be charmed. Oh no.
I don't think you did.
I used it unsuccessfully.
Give me a
apparently.
charisma saving throw.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
that's easy.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
easy.
Yeah, it is easy.
No, I have good charisma.
Wait, is that right? Guys, auditors.
Wait, it might not be right. I have 2. I'm getting +2 to saves from something.
I think your aura is already counted somehow.
Yeah, somehow it's already counted.
Well, in 18 will fail then.
Oh shit.
DC 20. Igor, you are going to have the weirdest week of your entire life, and we will come back to you later. Nathan,
Fuck.
Hello.
as Igor becomes the mind slave of a certain dryad he's going to worship for a couple days until his aura kicks in. What are you doing?
Oh, back in Tulst. Feels
This is
good to
not
be
working.
back. I got to
Yeah.
pay my bills to my warehouse that I bought and was renting before we
True?
headed out.
You find out that it was
Stop
broken
off.
into?
I thought my warehouse was different than Igor's warehouse.
No, you guys have the same warehouse.
That's the warehouse? Okay.
Yeah,
Now
that
I'm
warehouse
pissed.
on the
I
wharf.
find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find out. Now I'm pissed.
Security wasn't that great, you find out.
Yeah, turns out. So I'm going to be looking at potentially people who I know that live in Tulst from my old crew that I worked on with the ship. I need to round these people up. They're going to be my crew. They're my boys who I trust. We gotta get this warehouse locked down.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Whose boys are you getting to lock this down?
So I worked on a ship a long time ago, and some of them could still be living in Tulst. I would look up some of the people I worked with in the past. See if they're hireable.
I thought all of them were gone. I thought that was the whole
they
thing
could all be
that
on the
you...
ship. The
Yeah.
other thing is the captain's definitely gone. She's like down in the south. She's like doing her
Yeah.
thing. But the my criminal contact that I have in the town here.
You just want to hire like thieves and thugs to help secure your warehouse?
Well, I want to start there.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that.
Just
It'll
wanna
be
get
like
away
how
from
a hacker kind of like helps a security firm, where they just like try to break in constantly and just be like, oh, that's how I break in. And then you can like go around upgrading your warehouse. How much money do you want to spend on security?
I'm going to spend let's call it 1,000 gold.
Okay. You will make basically any check to get in here automatically DC 20 from someone. So be it the locks, be it the windows, be it even phasing through the walls T-pose style. It will always be a DC 20 to break your security. Which is basically all you can really manage before getting into like anti-magic stuff.
Yeah, like real magical stuff.
Yeah.
This is all the mundane stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Mining the walls with metal and some other shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have my own personal quarters in there as well now too. This
Oh,
is, like,
you want to
where I
live in a
live.
warehouse? Yeah, you can like
I
set up
mean-
the little loft area. that like
I have the
connects
loft
to-
with my office out front and the door behind it.
Sure.
It's gonna be great. So while that's happening as well, we need to research. We need to research how to make an altar. We put an altar up in this warehouse.
Ah, okay. This is where you want to do it.
I mean, this is where I want to do it. I don't know what everyone else is up to, but we
John,
got blueprints for it, so we could put up another one somewhere else.
It is
I just
5.
assumed we were gonna throw
Yeah.
something at the Earth Elemental shrine and hope for the best, but this makes sense. Yeah.
No, it needs to be its own altar. How much money do you have to spend on this?
Let's see here. I have 10 gems left, so they are 50 each, so 500, and then I have half a mithril bar. It's probably not enough.
No, it's not. You're gonna need to either dip into party funds or get someone to spot you.
How
Yeah,
much did
to
we
talk to
pull
the
from
party.
the recent haul? Did we do a cut of that yet?
I don't think so.
I put it all in the tool storage. We
If
have
you-
3,600 GP, 90 platinum, 900 gold at Ebor's house. We still have 5,000 GP worth of pressure gems, 100 mithril stored in Chad storage.
If you spend 1,000 gold in total, with just another 1,000, you can have your shrine built by the end of the month. Like a super rush
You guys want
job
to do that?
to. Okay, cool.
All right, will you take that off the sheet, Igor?
I'll
My
take it off.
accountants.
Yeah.
Cool. It's crazy that the guy with like the most fucked up character sheet is doing all the auditing for your team.
Besides the saves, my sheet's fine.
Nathan, how do you hit level 7 as a rogue?
Level 7 as a rogue. I get more stabby, more. It's 4d6 on it,
Wow.
on the stabbing for sneak
lot of
attack.
stabbing.
And then I also get evasion. So he doesn't have a good understanding of how to go about this. So one of the things he would like to research, when I was last in the Spider Ozarks area, I saw a section for, the martial arts. See if I can go track that section down again, do some research, get my learning on, because you got to be smart about how to get better at things.
I don't think you reading a book will let you dodge fireball much better.
I can cast it at you.
I think you may.
Hey,
I
Chad
don't.
needs to evade too. Make it one fireball.
I mean, and then
You
like,
know,
read
maybe
up on it and
Chad
go,
can like
you need to go
help
talk to.
make you more flexible. He can like teach you the monk way and unlock your inner chakra or whatever the fuck.
And then be a fireball, right?
Yeah, and then you get fireballed and you effortlessly dodge it.
Take half of
Yeah.
half.
Take half of half.
You want a box, bro? Chad says to Nate.
I mean, if Ebor is willing to throw magic at me to get me to level up, then we would do that.
I'm totally ready to not get annihilated by this little guy. You ready, dude?
Oh, are we
Mark.
fighting? Oh god.
The whole
Here you
bar
go.
stands up, Chad, cheering on Chad.
And then, what's the
Okay.
point of this? Am I just whooping your ass? As Chad just continues to wail on you.
Oh no. Ow, it hurts. I'm supposed to be more. I'm supposed to be dodging and ducking and weaving and bobbing. I think.
Dodge
That
harder.
just keeps stunning striking you. Just, ah! Outside of combat, can we do a little more roleplay? What's going on in Nathaniel's world?
In Nathan's world, he also needs to. He hasn't been back in Tulst for some downtime in a while, and he has given up. His journal about all of his misgivings of his father. So he would go like home to see how the family's doing. And he has like 9 or 10 brothers and sisters as well that are kind of in the area. But let's go have a family dinner.
All scoundrels, none of them show up. You're the only one who is now trying to amend your family. And your dad's still a drunk piece of shit.
True.
Yeah.
So that's but it's not taking up brain space. It's not rent free up here anymore.
Yeah, it kind of gets to him because he knew that, like, oh, I can always be that drunk asshole and get this one reaction out of you. And now he can no longer get it.
Just steady and calm. And
Yeah.
I've seen the world. I've been out in the world even more
Yeah.
so than before. And it's okay to let things go. It's okay to move forward with your life.
Yeah.
And I tell him I'll always support him. So I'm here for you,
Damn.
Dad. But you need to, do what you're going to do. And that's fine.
Oof. Like Bruce Lee, flowing like water in an emotional state. This will also allow you to flow like water in a physical state and dodge fireballs a little bit better. See, you're evading your emotions right here. This is how you do it. Evade emotional abuse, boys.
Just put them over there. Just put your emotions over there and never address them.
Okay.
And then die of a heart attack at 45. It's fine.
I guess we can do out of order stuff now. If we want to skip to when the tyrant's free, or if we need to finish up some threads here.
I was going to say, could I try and learn slow as well? Because Joy knows it, but if she's not going to be casting spells, can I try and learn it for myself?
You don't have enough time. You can pick it up as your one of your level up spells if you want, but we got to keep the calendar going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and I would have attuned to the ring, just in case.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
please keep track of your attunements. John rarely does, but if he smells something sketch, you don't want him to audit your sheet mid-combat, boys.
Got my 17 rings of protection now.
Perfect. AC 1 billion.
So
Lich
those aren't going to
Stun?
be talking. Sorry, before or
Ah.
after Tyrant.
After.
Okay.
Okay.
Will I be back before or after?
Yes, Igor, let's summarize what you experienced. You basically got to be a servant of a dryad for a week before your magic manifested, and you were able to break the charm and break out of a window and get
Sounds like
out
me.
of the governess's... I don't want to call it a dungeon, but you were a vassal for, like, 6 days. And on the 7th one, you managed to escape back to Tolst.
Am I aware of what I told her? Did I tell her all my secrets?
You
or
told
something?
her everything to please her.
Oh god.
The problem with
Oh,
that
no.
is you, like, even made up shit you came up with on the spot. Just to, like,
That sounds
get
about
a
right.
positive reaction. You told her where your family's located, what's your connection with Jerome,
Fuck.
who assassinated her old head of state or chief of intelligence. You told her all of your secrets, all of your fears. And there was some weird stuff you did, man. And it's all kind of like a blurry dream. And you feel, after the effect of your aura truly kick in, you never want to experience such a loss of personhood ever again. And that feeling alone, solidified, is now, like, manifesting in, like, a 10-foot aura around you at all times. It is a terrible feeling to be charmed. Waking up after being charmed, like coming to sobriety in a way, is the most horrible feeling in the world, since you don't know to the extent of which you have acted.
Plus you
Did
guys
I at least get a feeling of how how Maury reacted to all these things I said?
Fuck no. Every single way you perceive that person is 100% the best way you can perceive them.
Oh god.
For a while,
Okay.
like, all of that hatred of Xenoth and your family and yourself, and, like, the need to kill... Not even Bam Bam could reach you. This was how
Damn.
awful it was to be charmed. And that's how powerful a Dryad's charm is. And at the end of the day, you're like, wow, okay. Moru is a goddess, my goddess, and now I need to never feel that experience again.
I probably, yeah. Igor's probably thinking of her as another Xenoth type
Maybe.
figure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, he's going back to Tulsa. He's like, fuck.
Yeah. You go back to
I need to get
Tulsa.
back to Tulsa. Yeah.
And it's a weirder city now that you have, like, come back after that sobriety. Everyone is, like, super happy and super productive, as usual, until, like, the mood is like, we're doing our best, and you're like, that's kind of weird. Because you don't feel that way. Like, whenever you came into Tulsa, you were always like, yeah, this is pretty nice, this is pretty good, but you're still feeling like shit. And normally that goes away after, like, half an hour, maybe an hour at most, and where you're like, let's go fuck around, yeah, I'm in a good mood. You are now, like, in that bad mood.
I'm gonna try to call a meeting of the raid team then. Try to go to the stack room.
This is the day you guys will meet with the tyrant.
Oh.
So it all works out. Lei Shang, was there anything you wanted to do specifically? What level up are you getting? Are you fighter or?
I got barbarian.
You're 4-3 now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do barbarian from now on.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Did you
besides
take a
the
feat
hunter-
or did you get an ASI?
I took the grappler feat.
17 strength till level 12? Uh-oh. Good old Lei Shang. He's gonna grapple some things, boys. It's gonna be scary.
Nice.
Okay.
Real good. Besides the like hunter exam shit, like I don't know.
Yeah, you'll wash out of that like instantaneously. You're not even like, you cannot survive against an instructor even when he's going easy against you, even while raging. Like, you notice that he has a way of overcoming that rage of yours, like piercing through your resistances, and it is like just getting beat down and walloped by a guy in like 12-second bursts is kind of humiliating and kind of like puts you in place. And even though you like try to grapple him and wrangle this dude or woman, I guess it doesn't really matter, they're all fucking level 12 plus, yeah. This guy will just come back when you're better.
That leaves me disheartened and angry. Like something snapped during the whole Pumpkin City thing. I'm getting mad now. I'm pissed. What the fuck? I'm gonna show up into the room, into the meeting hall, just hands folded. No one talk to me.
Do we have like a minute before the tyrant gets in?
Yeah, sure.
Guys, how was your guys' break?
It was shit.
Chad arrives, hands folded, silent.
It was great.
The
I got
crowd
our
snapped.
warehouse. I got our warehouse in shape. I got the crew together to watch it from now on, so we
That's
don't
good.
have this shit happen again. What's everyone else been up to? You guys are Ebor?
Guys, I fucked up.
Again?
Yeah.
How many demons?
None this. Well, one. Kind of.
Uh-oh.
You guys remember Mori?
Who?
Who's Mori?
The Dryad.
That's
Oh, not Mori. Not
Governor- Governor
fucking whatever the
Spartan?
fuck. Yeah,
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
I don't know who Mori is. Mori is
Who's
non-existent.
It's Mori.
What a stupid
Yeah,
question.
who's Mori? God damn it. Anyways, I went over there to like, I don't even remember anymore. It was such a long time ago. But I went over there, and you know, I was out to myself, and she kind of charmed me, and now she knows everything.
Did she let you go?
No, I eventually broke free of the charm and crashed out a window and ran.
So, you pissed off Moru? No?
Yeah, she
Bro.
knows like everything, like everything we've done. Like, remember like Jerome and all that shit. Like
Playing
where
a
my
ship,
family is,
other
the
stuff.
ship,
All
everything.
about Tolst.
Yeah, she knows everything.
Did you take the helmet off? What the fuck, Igor?
No, she charmed me. I thought I could resist it.
Yep, everyone thinks
like-
they can resist it. Amen, brother.
Yeah.
Leishtug, we know you've got the hots for Maru. Chill for a
That's just
sec.
not true. It is just
Well,
not true.
Tell the restraining order. All right.
All right, she can
Sean,
make her
she's-
own laws.
she's
not
so
my
Made
cool.
fault.
someone else read it to me to make sure that I knew what I was seeing.
She's a single mom running a country. Isn't that so
you guys
fucking
saw me
sick?
while I was there. What is this gaslighting?
Igor, you fucked up.
I know.
I'm mad at you. Sorry, Leishtug.
Guys, what do we
What
do?
the hell?
I don't want to tell Tyrant. I'm scared.
Oh, he knows.
I mean, he's standing right behind you, so...
The tyrant appears behind you, Igor, glowering at
Oh
you.
god.
He places his hands on your shoulders and whispers into your ear. Igor,
Yeah.
why are you fucking around in Alcazan, Igor?
I was a chicken.
I know you were the chicken, Igor.
Oh, you little bitch, says Chad, finally knowing the secret.
Wait, that was a chicken?
Jade was
Yeah, I
watching
was the
you
chicken.
the entire time. Put on that outfit.
Oh god. I caused a riot. with
You've
chickens.
brought disgrace upon you, Igor. And he slaps you in the back of the head. Just like, do better! Oh my god, what am I hiring you people for?
I'm sorry.
Ugh. The tyrant truly walks in now with his bodyguard, takes his seat, looks at you all. It is now the 1st of July. A full month has occurred.
New boots.
I have good news and bad news. What do you want to hear first, he says.
Bad news.
Bad news.
Bad news is we have problems. We have lots of problems all over the continent, and we are kind of playing firefighter right now, trying to put out some fires, but more just keep popping up. One of them is... you may have heard it if you read the transcript. We published that a couple days ago. It's been circulating through the task force, or task forces. We have a extraterrestrial being similar to the foul one known as Jerome, albeit with more sun and more direct power. She's playing nice right now, hanging out in her little fortress, placating her believers and solidifying her control. But she is a new force to be reckoned with. We have people spying on her right now. Plans are in motion to give her the old 1-2, buckle my shoe, get out of my world, you stupid bitch. But right now, that is put on hold. So, you know, that's the biggest fire we have going right now. We have some others, but we'll get into that later. That's the bad news I want to give you. Good news, Bojible showed up.
Yay!
Thank
Yeah,
God.
he got in
Oh, I
like
missed
2
him.
days ago, asked for leave to go and marry someone, apparently. Which is,
Aw.
yeah.
You didn't invite me?
They're putting it together still, apparently.
Oh.
She can't locate
I'm
her
sure
family
I'll
at the
understand
moment
it.
since they're no longer in Mokapuni, which is unfortunate, but we pointed them in the right direction. She's currently at Riverside, I think. Learning how to speak again after more or less being bathed in acid for 12 years. Or some weird little liquid. Unfortunately, we don't have a sample to test it. But yeah, it's kind of some fuck shit. Should probably talk to Bojible about that now that he's had a couple days to decompress and the Gios is worn off. Yeah. Other good news.
we were with him when we found her.
Yeah.
Where
I
is
know.
Bulgeable now?
He's with his fiance? Intended?
Oh.
Right to be.
Yeah. Yeah. I gave him leave. Yeah, why not?
Fair enough.
Well, let's just do good news, more bad news, good news, bad news. More bad news. Xenos Betrayal is damaged. There's no working our way around that. It took a direct hit from an anti-air lightning battery in Destry. It was a key component to our counter-assault of Destry. But it's not sunk. It's not destroyed. It's currently being fixed. It'll be operational on like the 8th. It took us... Yeah, we've been fixing it for 20 days. Or they're fixing it for 20 days.
Of course. They use our airship once and they destroy it.
I wish. God. I would have sacrificed that airship for that ritual when it stopped. If I knew, like, what was happening, I would have been, like, rammed the ritual site, but what can you do? More good news. The first airship yard has finished construction in the colony.
Shores.
No. He just says no immediately. We now need blueprints and plans. We are currently getting some from Thorazor as part of, like, our trade deal, we'll call it, with them. But if you can bring us more or get components, we may be able to build you your own airship.
By plans, do you mean steal other cooler ships?
Schematics, if you go into enemy area or just air yards and steal from them, that can potentially... there are engineers out in the world who have access to, well, who designed this. If you can find an airship designer who's, like, wanting to move to Tulst for opportunity and just outright hire them, that'd be good. Yeah, we're looking for an engineer for, like, actual airships. Thorazor has theirs on, like, lock and key, since that's kind of, like, their whole shtick. But... you know, we're like one mad scientist away from just building our own air fleet. Getting production online. We're building our second air yard now. Yeah.
Couldn't we just use the design of the airship we already have? And just kind of copy-paste?
Your jank Corvette is trash. It has no room for weapons. It has like 7,000 pounds of weight it can carry, including crew. It's not even a good ramming tool. It's like a boarding vessel for suicidal people. Which is great for you guys, since that's what you are.
Yeah.
But we're looking for more like ships of the line and battle platforms against aerial combatants. So that we can chase, say, flying angels throwing lightning spears down on the ground at people who cannot defend themselves. That's kind of what we're looking for. And, Xenos betrayal ain't it, Chief.
Got it.
Yeah.
Betrays us once again.
It's unfortunate. Moru says that she's willing to, not press charges against you, Igor, if you, never go back to Alcazan.
I never want to.
Okay. I will tell her you agree to the stipulation, and if you go back there, she gets possession of you to do what she wants. So don't go back. Passing through, you know,
got it.
Passing through, maybe, okay, but like, don't stay your welcome or don't get discovered, really.
Got it.
Okay.
Well, that's 2 cities we can't go to now.
Yeah. More good news. Ebor, specifically, you had interest in the briefcases, correct? The attaché cases sucking up wizards, including your father?
Yeah.
We have it. We have one, I should say. A unused attaché case. We have... Ozark has done preliminary investigations. He's sacrificed a simulacrum, even, to see... It seems that whatever the attaché cases lead to is some kind of building or structure. It destroys, on entry, any sort of magical protection, such as mage armors or If you're an arcane construct, it immediately obliterates you. So the simulacrum died. Homunculuses lasted on entry, and then they sort of fell apart right then and there on the entranceway. But we are planning on sending a team in and are looking for volunteers. People who are not necessarily magic dependent, such as yourselves.
Are we magic dependent?
Not really, no.
Covered in magical gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the magical gear work?
He points to Chad. He predominantly uses his fists. He points to Nathaniel. He stabs people with a bow, which is rather interesting. He points to Leichung. He literally can rip a man in half with his arms if he tried, or applied himself. And Igor, although you smites more than any other man I've ever met, you hit rather hard even without them.
Thank you.
Ivor, that being said, you are the brains in the bunch. Well, he looks at Igor again. On a experience level, definitely.
Wait, would my helmet of intellect not work anymore if I go in there?
I'm not sure. We had 6 seconds of eye to eye into the room before our scene. I don't know what Ozark was doing with it, to be honest, but he promised me that his magic tethers cut out. We have theories. Obviously, magic can be temporarily disabled or suppressed, but to have it in like an entire structure, let alone a room, is really difficult. You cannot permanency an anti-magic field, for instance. It's impossible. The anti-magic field will destroy a permanency enchantment. But you can, in theory, put a barrier of dispel magics on like a line or like a passageway so that it can temporarily knock out stuff. If they have something similar to that, which also affects like familiars and simulacrums, it'd be a high level dispel magic, but you can dispel a simulacrum. So if it's just like a temporary thing and then it like comes back online, you should all still have access to magical equipment and powers.
I want to go. That sounds cool. Go ahead.
I was wondering if they have access to like murder dwarf anti-magic bullshit.
Potentially. It would be an investigation mission. We have this thing called a Rune of Recall. It's a very expensive thing that we do not use often, but it can pull individuals back to certain locations, anchoring spots. In theory, those should reactivate no matter what. So even like in an anti-magic field, their resistance, it's like a 9th level spell that is cast upon these runes. And then are just activated once, and it should drag you back. That's like the best security, but if there's a way in, there should be a way out. We need to know what happened to the wizards.
I'm willing to risk going in as well to save my dad. So
it just sounds cool. I want to go. Honestly.
That's the attaché cases. We have other objectives that can be pursued as well. John doesn't have them pulled up though. He's kind of just flying by his swing of
those 3 different objectives we're waiting on right
Greater
now.
Chemical still in the works.
Greater Chemical. So Aldrich there's an imposter playing as a political leader. We want to make it so that he is discovered by his own people. And let's be real, guys. You kick down doors. You don't like.
That sounds like a political team thing.
Yeah, that's not your job. And then there are the tombs of Erithil, which we are still trying to get completed so that Arvo and his people will truly join us as allies rather than just like one ship.
Tombs
he-
is also a raid team thing.
True.
Yes.
But magic
Wait.
briefcase? Going into a magic briefcase? I don't know. That sounds sick.
I am
Uh,
for the magical briefcase and cleaning up yet another political team problem that went
True.
unresolved.
I mean, they can go talk to the natives while they're at it too, so they'll owe us one, right?
And political team
Yeah.
might also solve one of ours again. So
Whatever.
uh,
We'll leave all the.
We're
let's
scratching
leave-
each other's backs.
We can leave all the killing missions for the Discovery team.
true. Oh, Tyrant
Wait,
says.
whatever happened to the briefcase in Noveltours?
That is the one we
That's the one.
recovered.
Oh, it
Points-
is? Okay.
Points to briefcase next to us.
Yeah.
Okay, well, they never
He's
said
the
where they
brains
got it
of
from.
the operation.
What? I'm sorry.
I said he's the brains of the operation. Clearly.
No, you are. He's your backup brains.
True.
wait, does the Arvo situation help us with airships if we get them on our side, or we still? Have to do
It would be maybe potentially. Arvo says he has uncommitted resources right now, but he's holding the tombs over our heads, despite being a crippled piece of shit.
What's he want us to do? Just explore the tombs or something?
No, it's more sensitive than that, but it's also that, yeah. It's a weird situation.
Okay.
Anyway, what are you
That's a
thinking?
matter of
What are you feeling?
state.
I heard that some people wanted to talk to me outside of the report. You wanted to give about your Kingdom of the Pumpkins squabble?
Oh yeah.
Is that true?
There's some weird shit going on in the city of pumpkins.
Yeah, we stay away from it.
Mhm.
It's just a general principle.
Yeah, that's probably smart.
Yeah, they have seemingly an endless amount of mithril in that mountain.
And
Mhm.
armor.
And what?
Magical doodads.
Yeah.
In fairness, we brought some back with us.
I saw.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Also, they have a kraken, giant squid.
Yeah.
Add.
I killed it.
I heard.
Now.
Bojibal told me.
Fine mists.
I'm not sure about that. That seems rather small scale in the great scheme of things. But if it comes back, bring it up.
Got it.
We may.
What if one of us ate some of that thing? Should we be concerned for them? Asking for a friend?
Probably. I'm more concerned about Nathaniel's growing spider curse. When were you going to bring that one up to the table? Are you just going to ride
I was
that
gonna
one?
see which Ozark I should go talk to about this.
All of them, probably.
Yeah.
We'd want to know where that came from.
There was an invisible spider that was stalking us,
Mhm.
and we killed it, but not before it chomped me. It went invisible, gave me the chomps, and then we killed it.
Sounds like some crazy familiar shit.
And now I have a spider on the back of my neck, apparently. Doesn't
Oh.
hurt when you stab it either, so divination magic of some kind.
Yeah, that flesh is probably dead. We'll have Ozark look at
exciting.
you. We've kind of just been observing the situation this past couple days. Good job not being possessed, though, by a talking spider.
Yeah, not yet.
If he had been, I mean, like, we've dealt with possession before. That's par for the course.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I'm possessed at all times.
That's
Probably
one
by that hat.
phrase for it. Okay. Well, Chad, Ozark wants to speak with you.
Excellent. And Chad sprints to wherever Tyrant was pointing.
He didn't. You just got up, excited.
Yep. He would come back into the room and be like, hey, what direction did you say? Missed that.
He will summon you.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then he just stands awkwardly in the exact same spot where he entered back into the room and just kind of like leans a little bit like he was here the whole time.
Do we need to speak about anything else? I usually give you guys a day to ruminate about your next course of action.
I mean, there's the Tome of Afterthought. We're working on a
I'm sorry, what?
way to cast that. I pull out the tome from my bag.
Oh yeah, we found this in the dungeon. And it has like a spell in it.
You guys are just gonna start casting random shit like spells, so you don't know what is gonna happen if you do?
It has it outlines exactly what's going to happen with the spell, is my understanding, from Ebor reading it. And me writing down what he was reading out.
Alright, Spider Ozark! And Spider Ozark just falls from the ceiling and just like snatches the book. And just jumps back up to the ceiling and begins to read. He's gonna go read that real quick.
Naturally.
Alright, anything else you guys want to bring to the table real quick? Any more secret tomes or grimoires you're hiding?
Just this water skin of squid blood.
Oh yeah, I have a jar of
Weird.
squid bits if you want some calamari.
I really
Gonna be
don't.
something
No. No, thank you.
I think
Alright,
that's-
well then, we'll get back to you.
Did we ever tell the tyrant about the guy that's trying to kill us?
Which guy?
Which one?
Yeah, which one? There's a bunch of them.
The one who the reason Bulgewell left in the first place. That guy?
What?
Because he probably stole our
Yeah,
mithril.
because we brought Bojibel back to be healed by Ozark?
Because he probably stole our mithril.
Oh yeah, your warehouse, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we think that guy who threatened Bulgewell is the same one who stole our mithril. At least I think so.
No, I'm pretty sure it was some. What was the faction's name?
Valor.
Valor. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Volar?
That was separate. He said something about someone next to Ozark that fucked with him.
He's
So
what?
that's also an Ozark question.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. There was literally no one there, but Boldwood swears. So like,
You may be misremembering.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know what to tell you. You guys are gonna make your enemies. You already have made several. Maybe tread more lightly in the future. It's only a matter of time before someone just shows up and lightning bolts you all when you're not paying attention.
That hasn't happened yet.
That'll be an exciting day.
Yeah. Okay.
Lightning's
Well-
a cool way to die.
If you say so. I'm gonna go. I'm a busy guy. But if you have anything, bring it up to Ozark. He'll get it back to me. Any of them.
Sounds good.
Alright, peace out, guys. And he stands up and walks out of the back door.
Ozark, you gonna come down from there?
The spider Ozark?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not there anymore.
God damn it. He does that every time.
Stole our book.
He stole your book.
Chad would
Wait.
turn to the group and say, I'm all for either briefcases or tombs. You guys can decide. I gotta go meet with Ozark. Not that one. The cool anime one.
I really like the briefcase idea because the thought of like jumping into an alternate dimension briefcase, that just sounds sick. I don't know.
I learned a little bit about politics. Doing the Arvo thing, we get a technical we owe you one, whatever that means in politics, if we do it for him, I'm pretty sure.
Thanks for the tier 1 subscription. But guys, we are more or less out of time for this week's session. So next week, when we come back, we will hopefully have decided our new thing to pursue. I'm sure you'll mull it over in your secret Discord that you keep rubbing in my face.
It's so secret.
I guess
Secret.
so. Tuesday
wait
we
for that
have
face.
nothing. Wednesday we have Apollo Nick's thing where I will be deciding a name for the character. I'm still waiting for people to at me in general chat about names. We only have like 5 right now.
You should name it Igor.
I'm not going to name it Igor.
People.
I was thinking about adding Schmitty to the voting list just for
Oh god, no.
Yes,
sake.
please add it.
No, be Xenoth. You can become
I'm not going to be
Xenoth.
Xenos.
Somebody
That's
put
cringe.
Shore on the list.
Fuck you. Guys, what else is happening? Next week is
Were you
the
one-shotting this
20th.
week, or what's the habits?
Next week, I don't think we're going to have
Christmas week.
regular games because it's Christmas week. And
Awesome.
Saturday
I'm going back
is
home
Christmas.
anyways, so
You're
I
going
don't
back
think I can
home?
come.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
fine. So we won't be doing
For a
games that week. The week after that, the 27th through the 1st, I want to do, because I don't respect New Year's Day. That's not a real holiday to me. Like the 31st, maybe in like a weird celebration, but our games end at like 9 p.m. CST and 10 Eastern. Like, that's plenty of time to celebrate the coming New Year. And you know, most of the Friday guys are Australian anyway. If they don't like it, they can suck an egg. It's already the New Year for them. So I don't know. The
Love
22nd is my birthday, which is a Wednesday. We may do a one-shot where we try to kill Kushim as a bunch of murder dwarves.
I'm so... Ooh, yeah.
You're jealous, that's what you are. We may do a sign-up thing, or maybe I take the day off work and we make it like an actual adventure where parties come in and try to like do the same dungeon but better. Who
There
knows?
you go.
Hell yeah.
If you fail,
Probably
you
not.
fail.
Oh, I hope there's riddles.
I hope John
Is Andrew
slash Kushim can make it. Because if he can make it, he's gonna co-DM with me and just like choose all the crazy shit to throw at you guys.
Hell yeah.
That'll be
Roll for
super
initiative,
scuffed
friends.
as well, where we're just gonna draw the map every time and add things to it.
Hell yeah.
So
what's different than normal maps?
incarnate. All right, guys, we don't have time to do our go around the table, compliment the game. So instead, we'll just cut out right here. Everyone, thank you all so much for joining me, and as always, don't die. Only losers do that. See you later.
Just don't do it.